Welcome to the Hines Street Pharmacy Tiger Football Pregame Show from Republic Tiger Sports. We'll look ahead at tonight's game, talk to Republic football coach Dustin Baldwin, and get you ready for football Friday night. And now, here's the Hines Street Pharmacy Tiger Football Pregame Show. Well, it is a beautiful night for football from Carl Junction. Third week of the football season, and Rich Miles, a big game for the Tigers as they try to keep rolling after a win over Nixa last week. Carl Junction comes in with an 0-2 record, but that's a team that has played about as tough a competition as you can play in the Central Ozark Conference to start the season.
You're exactly right. They started off with Webb City and Carthage, and like you said, very difficult, but it's always good to get that first W of the season. So as we were driving up, you'd mentioned it's so much nicer to say that you're 1-1, and that Branson game went back and forth. That was definitely a close game for us, and definitely saw a huge improvement all the way around, special teams, defense, and offense from week 1 to week 2, especially in that Nixa game. You could even see it throughout the game. Yep. The first quarter started off a little slow, but then as the game went on, it just improved.
And especially, I thought the defense was where the biggest improvement was evident as you watch the game. They really shut down the Eagles after giving up a few big plays early. I was at the high school today. They had a little yearbook workshop, and I was talking about sports photography and had some slides up. And as I was going through, I bring that up because as I was going through, we had a picture of Lucas Hayes that we took. It was actually Cheryl Burnett who took the picture during the Carl Junction game last year, and the rain was just pouring down and rolling off his helmet, and everything was glistening, and the lights were shining, and it reminded me that was actually exactly a year ago. It was this week that the Tigers played Carl Junction, and it was a mess weather-wise. This is the complete opposite of that. Not quite clear skies, but the sun is behind us, and it's a cool night, not too hot, not too cool, and it's really just a perfect fall Friday night.
You're exactly right. If you're outside, definitely a huge improvement compared to last week. Last week's game was extremely hot. There was a couple times where the referees called for both teams to do a mandatory water break. Definitely starting to get closer to that football weather. But bringing up, last year's game versus Carl Junction, that was a close game that went back and forth. There was an extended weather delay at halftime that both teams had to stay in the locker rooms for an extended period of time, and that kind of showed a little bit. Both teams kind of came out in the third quarter a little slow, and if you remember, the drive there at the end of the game was so close for Republic to possibly get a win. Definitely think we've improved since last year, and I think tonight's going to be a really competitive game, and definitely a winnable game for the Republic Tigers.
Talked to Dustin Baldwin earlier in the week on our midweek show, and we talked a little bit about last week against Nixa and a little bit about Carl Junction coming up, and we'll hear some of that conversation, starting with a talk about the Nixa game and how well the Tigers did in that one, coming up after this timeout. You're watching the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo Football Pregame Show on Republic Tiger Sports. Hines Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Pinnaker Chevrolet is hitting the big 4-0, and we are celebrating. Hi, this is Abby Pinnaker Rose. I am so excited that we are celebrating my father opening the doors to Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic 40 years ago. We still work by the values he started in 1979, to value each and every customer and to exceed every expectation. If you are looking for a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, stop by and make sure to tell Ed happy anniversary. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Tigers coming off a win over Nixa in the home opener. Guys stepped in and didn't just fill a role, but made some contributions then after that middle first quarter turnaround.
Yeah, so Jared came in, like we talked about, off the bench and made that interception. Trenton Giles played a lot. Easton Prevost played a lot at safety, did some good things. Offensively, I know we played a couple of those younger linemen, sophomore linemen, not a lot, but just they came in and gave those guys a break, a breather here and there. We played 4 or 5 guys at D tackle, and not just 2 guys that started. And so Bryce Messier came in off the bench to play some defensive end. So there was just a lot of guys that stepped in and did different things, and just really proud of those guys for being ready to play.
Did you see a progression from week 1 when you had all the new faces, so many new faces at defense, and then to week 2 they played so well after that beginning? Was that partly just a familiarity and getting some reps, you think?
Yeah, like I said, we changed a lot of stuff schematically. We went really back to stuff we had done in the past, and we talked week 1 about we were doing some new stuff, and you know, that's part of it. You know, we made the changes initially because we thought it best fit our personnel, but then maybe it didn't look in hindsight, but that's, you know, easy to sit here and say. And so, you know, our coaches we tried to mix and match the personnel and the scheme and put it together, and it didn't work. And so we went back to the drawing board and kind of went back to stuff we were more familiar with. And the kids have run that stuff the last 2 years, so they were ready to go. And it wasn't, and we felt like it took a lot of pressure off of some guys that maybe had some pressure and were, you know, if you're not feeling relaxed or comfortable, it's really hard to play defense because you can't play fast if you're guessing and questioning. You have to really understand where you're supposed to go and where your help is at all times, and where, you know, and I thought we were able to do that a lot better Friday.
You've got Carl Junction coming up to a long road trip to get down there, and I look at kind of what Carl Junction coming into the season, almost the flip side of you in the sense that they had strong defense, a lot of guys back, and you've got a lot of newcomers on defense and maybe more returners on offense. But as you look at them, what have you seen the first couple of weeks? I know the competition for them has obviously been pretty tough.
Yeah, they've played a really tough schedule. Unfortunately for them, they've had some injuries. Their quarterback got hurt in the summer, and then another player got hurt on defense, and so they've lost those guys. They were pretty good. They're juniors, I believe, so maybe they can get back. But they've lost to Carthage and Webb. Really difficult schedule. I think they've struggled a little offensively. Some of that's due to competition, and some of it's just, you know, they're in a little funk. But Coach Buck does a great job down there with their offense, and so he'll get them going. And we know he is really good at attacking the right spots of a defense. And so, and then I feel like they've been pretty solid defensively. I know they've given up some points, but they're definitely not giving up. Just people aren't just running through them or anything like that. And so, a lot of respect for their coaching staff and their program. They've had a lot of success since coming into the COC. And you know, last year was a really back and forth game. We obviously fumbled on the 1-yard line going in to win the game, and that was a real heartbreaker for our kids, you know. And so hopefully we can rebound and play well down there.
As you look at their personnel that they do have, a couple of guys that stand out as you've watched them?
Yeah, I feel like...
You don't have to tell me names. I know you coaches know numbers.
Yeah, you know, I really just, I think their front has played well defensively for me. You know, I watched their defensive ends and their D tackles, and their linebackers have played well, and their safeties run downhill and tackle well. And so they've just done a good job of being very aggressive and playing downhill. So they're going to pose some challenges for us in that regard in the run game. And I think offensively, they're kind of just, like I said, they're kind of just getting their feet, figuring out what they're good at, and a ton of new faces, especially, like I said, their quarterback had been injured. So, and then they have a player, last name's Armand Trout, who didn't play against Carthage, so we don't know if he's going to play this week, but did play against Webb. He's a really good player at free safety and at running back. So be anxious to see if he can go. And but those are some of the guys that I've seen them, that I feel like are probably their best players.
How's your practice been this week?
Well, it's been hot again, that's for sure. Yesterday I thought we drug a little bit. I thought today we were pretty good, so it's good for us to bounce back and have a good one today. And so we have one more day, and then it's time to go.
Hashtag Kasasa. Hashtag Mid-Missouri Bank.
What you doing?
Taking a Kasasa selfie.
Kasasa selfie?
Yeah, when I get Kasasa cash back at Mid-Missouri Bank, I take a Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie.
You do take a lot of selfies.
Right. When I get cash back for lunch break debit card swipes, Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie. When I get cash back for weekend debit card swipes,
let me guess, Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie?
Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Visit midmobank.com, member FDIC.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Welcome back to Carl Junction as the Tigers get set to kick it off against the Bulldogs, and we've got keys to the game that we want to talk about tonight, sponsored by Lori and Elizabeth at Reese Nichols. And one of the things that we talked about as we discussed these keys is the fact that really Carl Junction has struggled in its first two games, even though it is against tough competition, and a quick start for the Tigers would go a long way toward shutting them down and making them start to doubt themselves.
You're exactly right. A team that's 0-2 hasn't gotten that first W. If you can kind of score on them quickly, you kind of put that mindset that oh crud, here we go again. So hopefully that's a mental thing that we can do very quickly.
Next one is limiting 3-and-outs on the offensive end, and Rich, this is something that you've talked about being important for the Tigers offensively. They try to sustain some drives.
You're exactly right. That's one thing that you don't want to do a quick 3-and-out, because then you're putting your defense right back on the field. Your defense doesn't have the opportunity to go on the sideline, catch their breath, get some water, and talk with their position coaches if they're constantly feeling like, they're only going to be on the sideline for like 2 minutes and they know, the offense is going to be punting. So if you can have a nice sustained drive that allows the defense to go over there and get coached up by their coaches, and some of the best defense that you can have is not allowing the other team to have the ball. If your time is essentially a lot longer, more possession time than your opponent, then obviously it's a hard time for them to score if you've got the ball.
And then finally, stay patient on D. This is something is in watching film a little bit. Carl Junction sometimes with all the things that they do on offense, you've got to be patient defensively and not necessarily bite on that first. You're not necessarily trying to get upfield as fast as you can on every play. Sometimes you've got to sit back and let them come to you, and that'll be important for the Tiger defense. Really, that was, I thought, one of the big differences as the Tigers shut down Nixa compared to the Branson game. And in that Branson game, we talked about missed tackles. A lot of times that was just them getting so excited and rushing upfield that they were missing plays that they normally, if they'd have been in position, would have made.
You're exactly right. You're always talking about breaking down and getting yourself under control to make a good tackle. If you just come flying up as fast as you can, then that's the perfect recipe for missed tackle.
So those are the keys to the game. Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Realtors Lori Casagran and Elizabeth Gold at Reese Nichols. You probably know how well they know Republic after years in the community, and you can check their Facebook page to see all the families who've gotten the keys to their own new homes thanks to Lori and Elizabeth. Whether you're buying or selling, search Facebook for Lori and Elizabeth at Reese Nichols to join the club. And we're just about ready to kick off here. Rich Miles, David Brazil, director Maddie Hall, and cameraman Zach White up here in the booth. And we are going to see the Tigers with the ball first as they won the flip, and I'm on basketball already. Won the flip and elected to receive.
Yeah, this would be a good opportunity here. Like I said, the keys to the game. We get the ball first, so you got to set the tone right here on this opening drive. If we can put together a long sustained drive here to eat up the clock here in the first quarter, put some points up there, it'd be great.
Reese Vogel will kick it off for Carl Junction. Ball setting on the 40-yard line. And back deep. Now taken by the up man on about the 10-yard line. Rushed out past the 20. Near the 25, and I did not catch a number. I was looking down at something else.
It was just a big pile, too, so it was kind of hard to get a number, especially with the Carl Junction's red on red. Sometimes that is hard to see numbers when the numbers don't pop out when they're the same color as the fabric of the jersey.
So let's see what the Tigers can do wearing their white jerseys on the road. Lucas Hayes at quarterback in the shotgun, has Sigmund back there next to him. And Sigmund takes the ball, cuts back to the middle. Nice vision by Sigmund to take it about 4.5 yards on first down. And a good gain on first down for the Tigers. So the drive started on the 24-yard line. And they gain 4 out to the 28. And Evan Smith in there in the slot. They are looking to throw. Hayes is going to dump it over the middle, and he threw it behind Holland. And Holland couldn't get back to it and make the catch. So that brings down third down and 6. 11-11, just underway. 11-11 left in the first quarter.
That pass was a little high. If you kind of just throw that just a little bit with less juice there, could have been something that Holland may have been able to catch a little bit easier.
Sends Sterling in motion, and Hayes is going to step up and run. He's got room out across the 30, across the 35, dragged down near the 40, and it's a first down for the Tigers on their first series of the night. So a good start for Republic.
Yeah, that was a great decision on his part right there. Obviously, it was a design pass play, but right in front of him, the O-line just kind of split the Carl Junction defense, and once he realized he had all that green space in front of him, he took it.
That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Sterling does not get the handoff. They faked it to him on the read, and Hayes kept it and came this way and ended up picking up pretty good yardage, about 3.5 yards on first down.
This is, what you want here. Setting up a second medium is always good. Helps sustain a nice drive.
Second and 7, Sterling in motion again. They fake it to him and throw it back against the grain. It's caught by Sigmund, but he's dragged down after a gain of a little over a yard. And it'll bring up third down and 6 for the Tigers. Second third down on this drive. They've gotten it out near midfield, so at least field possession wise, they are moving the ball and setting themselves up.
That last play, they were awfully close to having 2 men in motion at the same time, so that's something they need to fix.
Hayes drops back. It's going to be a screen, and getting around the first man and juking out past first down yardage is Clay White, all the way into Carl Junction territory down near the 30-yard line. What a move by Clay White. He looked like he was going to be hit and dropped. but he makes the catch there, shakes off one tackler, and then off to the races. Boy, nice run by Clay White.
Yeah, he did a great job on not going down on first contact. Something you always kind of practice with both receivers and running back is trying to keep those feet running and shutting that first defender.
So 1st and 10, Tigers on the move. They give it to Sigmund. He's got a big hole off the left side, and that offensive line doing work. Pickup of 5 or 6 on first down for the Tigers. 9:14 left to go in the first quarter. Great start for the Republic offense.
Great start, and what I like is what I mentioned before is their second downs so far have been second and medium.
Yep, and they avoided the 3 and out, as you said on our keys to the game segment earlier, and have driven the ball down deep into Carl Junction territory. Sigmund tries to get around the corner. He does, and he fights his way forward out near first down yardage. Down at about the 23. Well, he didn't make it as far over on the far side as I thought. Made it to the 23, a couple of yards short. 8:35 left to go in the first.
And I think with this part of the field here, this is 2-down territory. If they don't get it here on 3rd down, I would assume they would go for it on 4th down.
I think you're right. Hayes gives it to Sigmund again. Another big hole inside the 20, another first down. 8:17 left and a 1st and 10, and boy, you can hear the lack of noise right in front of us, the Carl Junction crowd, and they sound like an 0-2 team that's giving up big chunks of yardage on the first drive of the game. The fans are dispirited. Sigmund again picks his way forward inside the 10, cuts back inside the 5, still on his feet, down to about the 2. Great run by Riley Sigmund.
Here we go. We're in the red zone here. So
Yep.
hopefully a key from last week that we're talking about is trying to score every single time you get your offense in the red zone.
Tigers have been so good in the red zone so far. I think they missed once at Branson. I think they were perfect last week. They got a field goal out of that last drive last week. So trying to stay perfect since the Branson game. Hayes is going to keep it, lowers the shoulder, dives in the end zone, touchdown Tigers. Lucas Hayes is in from 2 yards out, and with 7:29 left to go in the first quarter, the Tigers are on top 6-0.
Don't we have a sponsor for a red zone touchdown?
We do. We're going to do that right after the kick.
Gotcha. I'm excited. This is awesome. Scoring on that first drive.
Kick is
Pumped.
up and good, and the Tigers lead it 7-0. And yes, the Tigers trip to the red zone, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com. Tigers lead it 7-0 with 7:29 left to go in the first quarter. We're going to take a break and be back with more after this.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens, no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
All right, back to action. Tigers getting set to kick it off. And that is Marco Don Juan. 3 extra points and a field goal last week, and hits the extra point after the Tigers' first touchdown here tonight. Tigers leading 7-0. Kick is an end-over-end kick, and it is going to be bobbled at the 10-yard line and picked up. Taken out across the 20, across the 30, a spin move out to the 35, and that is Milas Durfeld, who picked up the ball and took advantage of the defense, the coverage getting upfield so fast. They almost overran him after the bobble.
That opening drive was 11 plays. We had 3 pass attempts, so went 2 for 3 on passing. nice sustained drive when you got double-digit plays to open up your game.
So 11 plays, 76 yards on that opening drive, and a nice little one-handed catch there coming to the near side. Catch made by Noah Southern, and that's good yardage on first down. And it might be a first down. They haven't moved the chains yet. Nope, they're going to say they are just short, or maybe they're going to measure. 7:14 left to go in the first quarter. And yeah, I think we're going to get a measurement. Our first quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their support of Republic Tiger Sports. I still don't know. Now they're just going to eyeball it and say he's got it. So first down for the Bulldogs. They'll move the chain on their first series. And they're going to try to answer this Republic touchdown to start the game. They fake the handoff under pressure and throwing incomplete. Good play by Drew Patterson, who's in at quarterback for the first time. They made a change at quarterback heading into the game, and he kept his composure and got the pass off, tried to hit Durfelt over there going into the flat on the right side. Didn't hit him, but it was at least close enough to avoid the grounding call. 7:04 left in the first quarter, 2nd and 10. Patterson sends a man in motion. They hand it off, and right up the middle, good running room, and near another first down as they just took it right up the gut, and that's Brady Sims, the 5'11 junior running back.
Carl Junction's got a pretty decent size offensive line. I know talking to some of the defensive players for Republic, some of them I see in the hallway, some in the classroom, said something that was definitely something they're going to contend to is CJ's big size up front.
And a little pass off in the flat is going to be first down yardage as they complete it. Nice look by Patterson. And he threw it to, who is that? Can't get an angle on the number. He doesn't want to turn around. 17. Cole Stewart makes the catch. So 1st and 10 for Carl Junction. 6:18 left to go in the first quarter. Republic on top, 7-0. And they run it to the near side, and Evan Smith chases down Brady Sims, knocks him out of bounds after a gain of about 4. So this is a very similar drive to what Republic did on its first drive. Good yardage on first down and just moving the ball.
Yeah, both teams have offense. Most of their plays were positive plays. They didn't have too many plays that were for negative. I think the only negative play or non-positive play for Republic in the opening drive was drop pass, and same thing with CJ. That's the only negative play they've had is a drop pass.
Another handoff, another big gap in the line, and another good gain on second down. Gets them near first down yardage and maybe across the marker. Yep, first down. Move the chains again for Carl Junction with 5:58 left to go in the first quarter. And this could end up being, if it keeps up like this, it's going to be a fun and high-scoring game. Of course, it's not like they're sprinting up and down the field. They're both methodical on their first drives. So might not be a crazy high score like that 52-50 game, the freshman game earlier in the week. Or I can't remember if that was freshman or JV, but that was at Nixa, and Republic won at 52-50. Pass completed down to the 20-yard line, and again, another good gain on first down.
Good job by Cooper Lander coming up and making that open field tackle there. He wasn't fooled on that screen pass there.
Patterson turns and hands it off to the back. That's Sims, who is brought down from behind, tripped up. O'Hara made the tackle, and it's another first down for the Bulldogs. So 5:05 left to go in the first quarter, and Carl Junction looks like it is planning to answer the Republic touchdown. Carl Junction has really struggled on offense. Of course, you look at who they've played and you can understand why, but it's got to be, it's almost like you play those two teams to start things off, and then you get back to a team who's about your level. And the ball was loose momentarily as Patterson dropped it. He was hit, and the ball knocked loose by Chandler Brown. Or was it Tommy It was Tommy DeAndrea. Yeah, it was Tommy DeAndrea.
Yeah, he came up and almost took the handoff. He was in the backfield so quickly there that almost was able to strip the ball out of the running back. I think kind of the running back falling down to the ground assisted with him retaining the ball.
I think you're right. And Republic may have jumped offside. Pass is incomplete. You see a flag? Did they come across? I don't see a flag on the ground. So, well, Buckmaster is going nuts over here on the sideline. He was very upset that there was no flag thrown. I don't know if it was Moody who started to come across, and they said he didn't come across before the snap. 4:05 left, and now it's 3rd and 13, so this is a big play. The Tigers were very good on third down plays against Nixa. Nixa just didn't get much of an opportunity. But they're going to go up top. They've got a man open. It's complete inside the 5 and a touchdown as they completed the pass to Durfalt. And with 3:58 left to go in the first quarter, Carl Junction answers. And they're going to go for, nope, they're not going to go for 2. Reese Vogel will try to even the score. Snap was good. Kick is up. It is good, and we are tied. 7-7, 3:58 left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Southern Sun Electric's a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, or in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust, and with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson & Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson & Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com. All right, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Tied 7-7 back at Carl Junction with just under 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And the kick is going to be taken by White and bobbled. It's on the ground. He picks it up, weaves back and forth, and is going to be brought down at about the 15, 16-yard line. So 16-yard line is not a great start, but it beats the alternative when you drop the kick. So.
That was almost disastrous. And usually when someone bobbles it that much, they kind of kick it a couple times before they pick it up. But he was able to cleanly pick it up. But going back to Carl Junction's drive there, it was almost a mirror image to Republic. Their drive, too, was an 11-play drive and a mixture of both run and passing game. So both offenses trying to keep the defenses guessing on what type of, play is it going to be? Is it going to be a run or is it going to be a pass? Neither team is kind of stuck on just run or passing.
And that's the kind of offenses that both these coaches have thrived on in the past. And Dustin Baldwin trying to get it in place here in Republic and trying to get around the corner and barely getting to the corner before being tackled there was Landon Porter. Armentrout made the tackle. Porter just kept being strung out and couldn't turn it upfield, but he still gained. He still got 4 yards out of it. We're lower than we usually are to the field. The bleachers aren't very high here, and I am finding my depth perception is not very good as far as how long a play goes. Clay White in motion, and Hayes takes it back the other way and picks up first down yardage. Lowers the helmet, takes it out past the 28. To the 29.
What a great way to start out the second drive. You know, it takes you 2 plays to get that first down of your second drive here. Plays so far have been all positive. We haven't had, any negative plays.
Yeah, just the incomplete pass that you mentioned earlier. They give it to Sigmund. Sigmund threw a big hole and, whoa, makes a man jump out of his shorts and then spins forward to the 35. What a move by Sigmund.
Yeah, that was awesome. That'd be definitely a play to look at later.
I mean, you see he's got a hole there, but then he looks like he's going to go down and just sideways steps. And what a play. That Better Look at the Action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com.
They got a Carl Junction D lineman goes offsides, and he is immediately removed.
Yeah, not happy.
He was replaced. So that gives Republic an easy first down right there.
2:35 left to go in the first quarter, and both these teams, like I said earlier, they're not eating up big chunks of yardage at one time, but they have both been just methodically thumping away at the defenses and not really showing. Neither defense has shown much of an ability to slow things down yet. Sigmund, nope. Hayes kept it. They faked it to Sigmund, and Hayes went in right behind him. Sigmund was kind of going into the line backwards, blocking accidentally for Hayes. Picked up about 3 yards. Even a gain like that looks like it's not much is a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, because there really wasn't anything there. There wasn't any running lanes whatsoever. So for him to kind of go and hit the line of scrimmage as hard as he can and drive his legs for 3 yards is impressive.
3-man front for Carl Junction. Hayes waiting and signals for his receiver to get back. That's Porter. They fake it to the man in motion and go up top, and White has it inside the 20, and he may go. He does go into the end zone. Touchdown, Clay White. And the Tigers, with 1:28 left, just like that, they do eat up a big chunk of yardage on a long pass play, and they lead it 13-7.
That was great right there. Only took us 5 plays to score. Started off with four real positive run plays that I think kind of sucked the defense in, thinking that we're going to do another running play, and just threw it over their heads.
High snap, but Hughes got it down, and the kick is up and good by Marco Don Juan. And with 1:28 left to go in the first quarter, Tigers take the lead, 14-7. So we're going to take a break and see if Carl Junction can answer, and we'll do that right after this. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Don Juan boots it near the far sideline, taking it about the 18-yard line, and a nice play on coverage. Coming up to make the tackle on Durfelt was Avery Moody.
Yeah, he came flying in untouched. Made a great open field tackle.
So Carl Junction takes over with 1:24 remaining, and they will start their drive on the 26-yard line. That last drive by the Tigers started on the 16, so an 84-yard drive ends in a touchdown. And Carl Junction tries to answer, and it is complete up the sideline and stepping out of bounds. Tigers got a break as it was Jaden Appleberry. Kind of got turned around and just had to stick his hands up in the air. And the pass was caught, and the receivers stepped out of bounds. So lucky break for Republic on that one.
And CJ is one of those teams that kind of mimics some of the college.
Yeah,
they got the cards. You got two different people with cards. Obviously, only Carl Junction knows which of the symbols is the play.
Send a man in motion. They fake it. A little counter back the other way, and a nice play by Sturdivant. Just wrapped up Patterson and threw him to the turf. Nothing doing for Patterson as Sturdivant got in there and made the tackle.
That was, like you said, just literally just slammed him to the ground is more what you would describe that instead of a tackle. Just grabbed him up top by their shoulders and stopped all of his momentum. His feet actually kind of whipped out, from underneath him a little bit, and then just kind of slammed him down.
Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Tigers leading 14-7. Patterson almost threw it into the arms of the defender, Clay White. White came up and jumped and tried to take the interception. That would have been a pick six. You can see he had a hard time finding anybody open. And then White comes in and almost took it away. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Trips to the right side, one man to the left. Patterson is going to throw it over the middle. He hits him on a slant. Pass is complete to Garrett Taylor, and that is enough for a first down. So the Tigers had a 3rd and 10 defensively and couldn't shut down the Bulldogs, and Carl Junction keeps it on the move with 31 seconds left in the first quarter.
And so far, this has been the passing game for Carl Junction is the pretty much the only real success they've had against this Republic defense. They've had, some positive running plays, but not as big as what the pass has been so far.
Turn and hand the ball to the running back, and he makes one-man miss, gets up the sideline, has first down yardage, and that would have been a tough play, but Dalton Parks had a hand on him. He reached his arm out and grabbed him around the leg and couldn't quite hang on or trip him up.
What also assisted, too, is that play was going towards the sideline, so his momentum kind of knocked him out, too, just like the previous big pass play over there. But this will take us to the end of the first quarter.
So after one, Republic with a 14-7 lead. They scored on a 2-yard run by Hayes, and then a long pass from Hayes to Clay White to wrap up an 84-yard drive. And it's 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter after this timeout. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Parents and grandparents, it's not too late to make great memories with your high school students before they head off for college. One way to do that is the gift of travel. Republic Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks has helped lots of families make those memories, and she's standing by to help you too. Just drop her a line, crystal@southwesttravel.biz, and let her do the planning for you. and all without additional fees. That's Southwest Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks in Republic. Parents and grandparents, it's not... Start the second quarter. It's Sims takes the ball up the middle and picks up good yardage. First down and goal for Carl Junction. Ball on the 8.
So far, both offenses have just kind of had their ways against the defense.
Yep. And into the line. Good hold there by the Tigers. That time there wasn't a big gap. There were several Tigers in there.
Yeah, the D-line did a very good job of just making a pile. Sometimes if you're a D lineman and you're losing the battle up front, the best thing you can do is just simply just make a pile, which doesn't allow the running back to have any room to run. You take away all the running lanes, so they have to bounce it outside.
I think Austin O'Hara was the one that got up off the bottom of the pile there, so we'll credit him with that stop. Again, 4-man front for the Tigers. They fake it and throw a little pass over here on the near side and around the corner and into the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown pass to Garrett Taylor, who just lowered his shoulder and buffaloed his way into the end zone. And Carl Junction is just a touchdown or an extra point away from tying the game. .54 left to go in the second quarter.
So Carl Junction only 9 plays to make it down the field and score.
Now the extra point is up and 10:54 left to go in the first half. We got a tie ball game again, 14-14. This is shaping up to be a good one. We'll take a break and be back with more of the second quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Black Lab Coffee is more than just amazing coffee. It's the locally owned coffee shop where you can drop in, be greeted by name, and enjoy a quiet place to work or some peaceful conversation. Black Lab Coffee at 545 East Elm Street in Republic. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. Well, one thing, after this happens 4 times in a row, the pressure's kind of on your offense. When you get the ball back, you feel like you better score, especially when you took the opening kickoff and you know you're going to be kicking off to start the second half to the Bulldogs. And Republic watches the kick fly into the end zone, and they'll start on the 20-yard line, which is still better field position than they had to start the last one.
Yeah, there was a bobbled return. The ball started on the 16-yard line on the previous drive, but both drives for both teams have been a mixture of both run and pass. Both quarterbacks have only are pretty consistent on their passing game. Really, it's just been the receivers that have dropped the ball, not so much bad passes by the QBs.
Yeah, both offenses have looked, I mean, obviously they've scored on both their drives. They've looked very good. Evan Smith kind of slides over, and Sigmund runs behind him instead of following Smith. He kind of ran to the spot that Smith had vacated. And that's a good gain on first down again, about 5 yards.
Yeah, so far our first down plays have been pretty good, setting up for our second medium.
So they say he only gained 4. 2nd and 6. They're going to fake it to him, and hurdling over a man is Hayes into the secondary and finally dragged down, and now a flag flies in late over near the far sideline. So I don't know what that was. I didn't see anything going on. It was thrown or dropped after that's a sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
So that's not going to do anything, and it's a big gain by Lucas Hayes. He just sprinted and hurdled over the man and got into the secondary. And another better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. 10:19 left to go in the first half. Hayes is alone back there. Oh, no, he's not. Sigmund's behind him. Sigmund was standing directly behind him in my line of sight, and I didn't see him there. And that time, Sigmund has stopped. That's the first time in a while that Sigmund's taken it into the line and not found a bunch of running room.
Yeah, that's going to be Republic's. I mean, he barely got to the line of scrimmage. I wouldn't call that a negative play, but that's going to be one of their very few plays where they didn't gain any positive yardage. From our point of view, it was a far D lineman that just found a gap and was able to get in the backfield and mess that play up.
Hayes is going to keep it again. He runs to the backside and picks his way forward out across the 45 to about the 46. A gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 4 for Republic. The offense has moved the ball so well that this is kind of an iffy part of the field, but almost feel like if you got 3 yards here, you might go for it even though it's an odd place on the field to do it, just because of the way the offense has moved the ball. Maybe it won't matter.
I will agree with you, though, just the way we've been able to kind of push Carl Junction's D-line around, almost a 2-play down here.
Hayes is going to keep it, and we're going to be in exactly that situation we talked about because he got about 3.5 or 4 and needed almost 5. So it's going to be 4th down, but they only need about a yard, maybe a little over a yard.
Well, I don't see the punt team.
No, I think they're going for it.
Looks like they're going for it. Do you try to do maybe a hard count first before you look over to the sideline for the play?
Well, they've done it often, but I just don't get the impression that Carl Junction's the kind of team that's going to fall for it.
I think
they're worth a try, but
I think they're going to take this down, the play clock down to 0, and call a timeout, because there's no signals coming from Republic sideline.
Yep, so that's what they do.
They're going to talk it over.
8:08 left to go in the second quarter. We're tied at 14. Teams take a timeout, and we will as well. Back with more. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Eddie Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. And they're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Retmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast, brake too hard, and gives you feedback to help you drive safer and lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic. New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Athletics, and this fall he's also sponsoring our weekly Player of the Game feature. Every week you can find a Player of the Game alongside our game summary at RepublicTigerSports.com. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports. So a big play here, a pivotal play in the first half. Both offenses have moved the ball. This is the first 4th down situation we've had all night. They're going to give it up the middle, and fighting forward for the first down is Riley Sigmund. And again, that's one of those plays. It didn't look like there was much there, but the offense, the line got enough of a push that Sigmund was able to pick up a couple of yards. And that's exactly that's the thought process that was going through my head as we talked about it was, well, even when you don't get anything, you pick up 2 yards. So why not go for it here?
And what's great is that shows so much confidence from the coaching staff and their players that they know that they're able to pick up a very pivotal 4th down right in the middle of the field.
So a new set of downs for the Tigers. Let's see what they can do with it. We're down to 7:37 left in the half. It would be ideal to score right before halftime and not give Carl Junction a chance to score back. And that time Sigmund takes it, spins his way forward, picks up about 5 on first down. And the Tigers are on pace to do that, to really run the clock. And
yeah, so far this is a 7-play drive. It's all been on the ground, and it's just eating up the clock here to start off this second quarter.
Carl Junction, again, will get the ball to start the second half. So if you can be a touchdown ahead, then all the better. Tigers look over to Dustin Baldwin to get the offensive play. Sigmund back there by Hayes. They've got 2 wide receivers on either side. And they give it to Sterling on the reverse, and he is hit as he came around from the end.
That time, Carl Junction's defense on the backside didn't bite.
Yep, and that is a big loss of about 7, maybe just 6, but it brings up 3rd down and 11. So that's the first big negative yardage we've had all night. And the Carl Junction defense makes the first big defensive play of the night. Tigers just inside Carl Junction territory. They send Sterling in motion. They fake it to him. Hayes is going to throw it. He lobs it ahead, and a diving attempt to Sigmund, and Sigmund was open, and Hayes just missed him. That was a well-designed play and had an opportunity, and if he had made a good pass on that one, he's made good passes tonight, but that one just off the mark at a bad time, and Sigmund was unable to corral it. 6:05 left to go in the second quarter, and Republic will have to punt it away for the first time tonight. Jared Hughes in there. He had a good night last week. Had the interception, had a bunch of big punts in the first half. And he boots that one away, a spiraling kick taken at about the 14-yard line, and good coverage by the Tigers.
Yeah, that was really good coverage. Good punt by Jared. Good deep, high, end-over-end kick, and enabled the punt team to go down there and make the tackle. There's 3 white jerseys just waiting for that Carl Junction return man. He had nowhere to go.
5:55 left to go, and the Tigers, the defense needs to get a stop here to avoid now being down by a touchdown when the second half begins. Patterson has been good in quarterback in his debut as a starter. The junior steps in for the first time this season as the quarterback for Carl Junction after a couple of losses. And Coach Buckmaster said it wasn't that the other quarterbacks didn't necessarily play well. They're just trying to get a different look, and he slings it to a man coming across the field. It's complete, driven out of bounds out near the 35-yard line. That was complete to Jackson Huffman, the 6'1", 180-pound running back, a senior, and he's also an outside linebacker and looks like it. First down, Carl Junction, 5:49 left to go in the half.
And this has been the most success that Carl Junction's had tonight has been in their pass game, so I see that probably still going on.
And now they take it around the other side. Republic tries to string it out, can't, and it's going to be another first down. Reaching up and making the stop was Easton Prevost, but kind of backed into the tackle as he was being blocked out there. And another good offensive play by Carl Junction, and they're starting to really push Republic around. And instead of gaining 4 and 5 yards at a time, they're gaining 9, 10, 11 yards at a time. Out of the shotgun, they're going to throw a little screen pass. And it's complete over the middle and into Republic territory. Cole Stewart, the junior 5'8", 165 wide receiver, makes the play. And with 5.5 left, Carl Junction into Republic territory now.
And Carl Junction's thrown a few screen plays already this evening. That's something that our defense needs to definitely recognize a little bit quicker. By the time our defense has recognized that it is a screen play that is slowly, forming, it's been too late. The O-line has set their blocks, and the receivers have gotten huge yardage.
They fake the handoff. They're going to throw over the middle. It's complete. A cutback and a sprint to the end zone and into the end zone. Touchdown, Carl Junction. And that was Noah Southern who took the pass. 39-yard pass. And Carl Junction takes a 6-point lead. And boy, the way they've scored a 6-point lead, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half, feels a lot bigger than 6 points right now.
Yes, and all 3 touchdowns for Carl Junctions have been pass.
And that kick is good. And so with 5:08 left to go in the first half, It is 21-14.
On the defensive side, that is something we've definitely got to clamp down and start shutting down is our pass defense. That's kind of been the big plays, the big yardage against us so far in this first half, as Carl Junction having receivers that have been pretty wide open.
First order of business will be for the Tigers to get back in the end zone and even things up before halftime starts. We're going to take a quick break and see if they can do that after this. Republic Glass has been a part of our community since 1972, and they've been family-owned and operated all the way. Whether it's commercial, residential, or auto, or a mirror or shower door that needs attention, Republic Glass has you covered. Call them at 732-7044. If it's glass, you want Republic Glass on East Harrison, across from the post office in Republic, or at 732-7044. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Well, the Tigers need to do something offensively. They've got a couple of touchdowns, one on a 2-yard run by Lucas Hayes and then a long pass from Hayes to Clay White. And they need to get back even before halftime. Last week, the defense was able to make adjustments and shut down Nixa. Let's see if they can do it again this week. Right now, it looks like the adjustments that have happened this week have been the offense for Carl Junction. That last drive looked like they had changed some things. Clay White takes it, cuts back, weaves in and out, and gets it out to about the 21-yard line. All that effort, and he got about a foot upfield from if he just let it go in the end zone, but good for him. I will not begrudge a young man the opportunity to return a kick. 5:02 left to go in the half, and 5 minutes is a lot of time, but the way the Tigers have moved the ball so methodically, they're going to need to make sure they keep the clock in mind as they move it upfield, starting at the 21-yard line. Sigmund takes the ball forward for about 4 yards. And it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
And that's what we need to get back to right there is that first down play, getting somewhere between 3 to 5 yards. Setting up second medium is huge.
Yeah, really, it's just, I mean, one of the biggest plays in the game was that loss as they tried to give it to Sterling on the end around. And he got caught in the backfield, and that drove the Tigers back, and that's about the only time that they have gone backwards. Hayes with a big opening into the secondary, out past the 40, and he rumbles out to about the 43-yard line. So a good gain by Lucas Hayes. And let's watch him pick his way through the defense again. Just a big opening, and he took advantage of it. And that better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. He's up to the line, called out a signal, and then looked back to get the play call. He's going to throw it under pressure. He gets it off, and it is picked off upfield. And so an interception by Carl Junction, and that is Tegan Armentrout, one of the best athletes on the team, and he made the big play downfield. And first interception of the night for either team. Tigers came close to one with Clay White, but that's a big play for the Bulldogs, and they've got now 3:56 left to go to see if they can add to their 7-point lead.
Yeah, Armentrout for Carl Junction just stepped right into the path of that ball at the last second. The receiver is open, but then just shut it down. Ooh, a little hook and ladder.
Yep, and lots of room over here on this side of the field, and now a flag comes flying in late. Let's take a look at that again. I don't know if they're going to say the tackle was up too high or exactly what the call is going to be. They get to the outside. Appleberry came over and tried to grab him around the shoulder pads, but I don't know that. Oh, a face mask.
I didn't see a face mask.
I didn't see a face mask either. I thought he grabbed him around the shoulders. He spun him around, and so that's why it maybe looked like a face mask, but I don't really think that was. A better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. That's a personal foul, and so they're going to march it all the way ahead into Republic territory to about the 42-yard line.
That's huge, too, due to the fact that a small gain on a pass play now, 15 yards that you tack onto it. Now you're on the other side of the field.
3:41 left in the half, and Carl Junction on the move, looking to add to a 7-point lead. Defense needs a big play. Carl Junction's turned in a couple of big plays, and Patterson's going to keep it and just carry a tackler forward down to about the 30-yard line. And that was McKinley Woods who had him wrapped up but couldn't bring him down. Just kind of was off balance, and Patterson kept up ahead of steam and dragged Woods forward. First down for Carl Junction with 3:20 left to go in the half. Hand off to the near side, and the Tigers play that one well, and coming up to make the hit was Austin O'Hara. Wrapped him up and brought him down. Second down and about 9, gained 1 yard.
Clock is now going to start playing a part here with almost 2.5 minutes.
And they throw a little screen pass, and it's picked off by Clay White. Deflected into White's hands, and there he goes down the sideline. One man to beat up the sideline. He's got speed. He beats him and all the way down the field, and wow, where's the flag?
The flag is thrown right here, just to the right of the 50-yard line. Dang it. Hopefully that is not against us. I mean, the play was happening on the other side of the field, and the ref closest to us threw it, so I don't know what the heck he could have seen.
Yeah, not sure how that
far away.
Maybe that's a sideline warning. There's no indication. Yep, it's a sideline warning.
Awesome.
Boy, Rich gave me a heart attack there. Clay White with the run back on the interception. So with 2:30 left, there's the big play we were talking about. Clay White gets the deflection, and now Marco Don Juan with an opportunity to tie it up. That was huge. And we've got a whistle and a pause in the action. No, they're just going to, I don't know what they're doing. Now we're ready to go. So Don Juan is set up. Jared Hughes will take the snap. Snap is good. Kick is down. It's up. It's good. And we are tied. 2:30 left to go in the half. And what a huge play by Clay White. Ties it up at 21.
And that totally negates the interception that Lucas threw just previously there. I thought that interception, was gonna hurt us here. Getting close into halftime, defense steps up, huge. Not only getting the interception, but then running it back. What is it? Almost 60 yards that he ran it, 60-plus yards.
I think it was more like.
Well, the play started on the 40, but he intercepted it close to the 30, so we're looking at close to a 70-yard.
I was thinking 70, 75.
But that awesome. That definitely turns the mood and the momentum of the game. But kind of looked like it was starting to shift to Carl Junction just a little bit here back to the Republic side of the ball.
And maybe just as important is that now Republic's got to feel a little bit of momentum, and the defense has to feel like, well, we can get a stop too. If you go through the whole half and you never stop them, then you're not feeling very good at halftime and coming out onto the field. Don Juan is going to boot it end over end, and it is going to be taken at about the 15-yard line. Out to the 20, bumping to the outside, and coming up and making the tackle. That might have been Don Juan. Is that Marco Don Juan who hustled all the way down there? I mean, he's a soccer player, so he's not your usual kicker. He's an athlete.
Love it.
Fast guy who went down, and that may be, we'll have to see if we can find out if he gets credit for that tackle. That would be his first official tackle that he's ever been able to make with his hands. So Carl Junction now has 2:23 left in the half to try to get back down and score again and regain that lead. They're going to throw it up the sideline. It's complete. And still in bounds, apparently, up the sideline. Is it going to be a touchdown? I guess it is. And the Tiger defense thought that they had knocked the receiver out of bounds. I think it was Cooper Lander who hit him. And he somehow tight-roped the sideline and went the distance. And just like that, Carl Junction retakes the lead, 27-21. So with 2:10 left, Carl Junction strikes back.
Right there, that shows the confidence of Carl Junction's coaching staff that after their QB just threw a touchdown or threw an interception that resulted in a touchdown, they go right back to him for a pass play that results in a huge touchdown.
So about a 75-yard touchdown pass. I didn't catch who caught it.
I didn't either.
And with 2:10 left, Carl Junction takes the lead again. So Republic has time to answer. Let's see if they can. We'll take a break and be back with more after this.
Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. The Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency is Republic's new independent insurance agency, and that means they can shop around to get you the best price to meet your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or commercial insurance, call the Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency, simplifying your insurance experience.
Let's see what the Tigers can do. Clay White's had a big night. Has a touchdown reception and then an interception for a touchdown, and now he's back. And let's see if he can return one. Make it the trifecta. I wonder when the last time somebody from Republic scored on offense, defense, and special teams in the same game. That's not going to happen this time. Well, maybe it is. He's still on his feet. Nope. Tackled at the 20-yard line. That's all I want out of this game is for Clay White to run one back now. I just want him to score offense, defense, special teams in the same game. 2:02 left. Let's see what the Tigers can do.
Like hitting for the cycle almost in baseball.
Yeah.
He needs to score in every possible way that he can.
Right. Then I guess we would also want him to come in for Marco Don Juan and maybe kick a field goal. All right, 2:02 left. Let's see what the Tigers can do on offense. Trailing now by 7, 28-21. This has been a crazy game. Sigmund back there with Hayes. Sterling and White to the near side. There goes Sterling in motion to the far side. And rolling out and throwing it and completing it for first down yardage. Hayes throws it to Landon Porter. And it's a first down. 1:57 left to go. Clock stops.
That pass was on a rope.
It was.
It was a laser strike straight to the receiver there. For a half second there, I thought he was able to spin out of that the tackle there and possibly take it to the house since there wasn't anybody behind him.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Under 2 minutes now. Hayes is going to throw it again. Pump fake. Now he's going to run it. He's going to try to get to the sideline, and he will step out of bounds beyond the 40-yard line at about the 42. Good gain on first down. Stops the clock. 1:36 left to go in the first half. Tigers trailing 28-21.
I like that decision there.
Yep.
He didn't force anything. He didn't feel comfortable with any of his receivers and how open they were and just decided to run. Got a huge chunk there and was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
4 wide receivers. Sigmund in the backfield. Looks over at the hand signals. I love the way every coaching staff so far this year has had a different way of calling in plays. Pass is incomplete, thrown behind the receiver. Over there on the far sideline. I think that was Landon Porter. Yep. Republic's coaching staff uses hand signals. Carl Junctions uses signs. Nixa used armbands, and I can't remember what Branson used. But a pass is complete. Coming back for it is White beyond the first down marker. That'll move the chains and stop the clock temporarily with 1:27 left to go in the first half. The signs by the coaches are still my favorite. I don't know how they choose the symbols that go on the signs. They've got magazine pictures. It's like a middle school art project down there. Hayes is going to throw it. Lobs it up top. And Sigmund, I don't know if Sigmund didn't see the ball. Let's look at that one again. Sigmund turned like he knew it was coming, but then he never turned back to see it.
That ball was, straight on target. There's nothing better that Lucas could have done.
Just kind of, I just think he didn't know it was there. He turned around and ran away from it. I think maybe he looked back, thought that Hayes had decided to keep it, and so just kept running his route. Tough break for the Tigers.
Yeah, tough break.
Stops the clock, though. Hayes is going to throw it again. Puts his feet under him and throws it to Sterling. Sterling, shake and bake, out past the 45-yard line, or inside the 45-yard line. Ball goes on the ground, but after he was down. And it's near first down yardage for the Tigers with 53 seconds. Clock is ticking. They have not called a timeout. They're going to rush up there on 3rd down and 1. This will probably be a pass play.
Maybe a deep pass.
Nope, he's going to keep it. He's going to keep it and take it for first down yardage, and he is down, has his legs cut out from under him near the 40-yard line. First down will stop the clock.
I think maybe he was trying his hardest to get out of bounds there to stop the clock there and was just cut down just a couple feet too short.
Tigers have 2 timeouts left, I believe. They burned one earlier. And now we've got a whistle, and I think maybe Carl Junction.
Yeah.
Yep, Carl Junction wants a timeout to talk things over as Republic is moving the ball with 26 seconds left to go on the half. Carl Junction up 28-21. We'll take a break as well and be back with the end of the first half. After this timeout, you're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tigers Sports.
Berry Patch Preschool and Daycare is excited to announce they're expanding to a brand new building on the corner of 174 and Hines. They accept children ages 0 to 12, teach preschool curriculum with hands-on learning and extracurricular activities like the library, the zoo, or Stretch and Grow. Give them a call for your preschool needs at 732-7761. Berry Patch Preschool, an experienced and trusted daycare in Republic. Hines Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference.
Tigers on the move, 26 seconds left to go in the half, and trailing by 7. High-scoring game here in Carl Junction. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. Hayes under pressure, steps up, lots of room. First down and more, inside the 30, inside the 20, all the way down inside the 10-yard line. And with the 5 wide receivers, there was lots of room for him to run, and he did it. And now with 16.7 seconds left, the Tigers have it first and goal. And look at all the room for Lucas Hayes. And Republic calls a timeout. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. So 16 seconds left. I think 1 timeout left for the Tigers.
Yes.
They don't have that on the scoreboard here. But what do you do here? Rich Miles in this situation, trailing by 7, and the ball sitting on about the 7-yard line.
At this point in time, I would try to do maybe a pass play to where if it's incomplete, it stops the clock. But I would do it a pass play to where, like it's a fade in the corner to where if you throw the ball, only your receiver can get it. If he can't get it, then no one can get it. You're not going to try to throw anything in the middle where you've got a bunch of defenders there that someone can tip the ball up in the air, or someone can intercept it. Throw a fade. Essentially, the quarterback is just going to throw the ball to one of the back pylons and hope that his receiver is there to catch it just as he's dragging his feet going out of bounds.
And the Tigers had so much success with that little slant pass last week, and they haven't really gone to it. But obviously a different defense here with that linebacker core for Carl Junction. So empty backfield again. Hayes gets it, and he's going to keep it again, runs it up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lucas Hayes. And with 12.8 seconds left, the Tigers are a kick away from tying it up at 28 at halftime. What a half. The defenses are not having much fun tonight. And again,
I think
lots of room.
Yeah, and I think initially that was set up to be a pass play, and
so.
Again, O-line just kind of parted the ways, and he had a huge open that he took. Good decision, obviously.
Snap is paramount, and kick is up and good. Marco Don Juan, perfect tonight. 12.8 seconds left. We are tied at 28, and put on your seatbelts for the second half. It's going to be a good one, but first, Tigers are going to have to cover a kick. We're going to take a break and be back with more. After this timeout, you're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Pinnaker Chevrolet is hitting the big 4-0, and we are celebrating. Hi, this is Abby Pinnaker Rose. I am so excited that we are celebrating my father opening the doors to Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic 40 years ago. We still work by the values he started in 1979, to value each and every customer and to exceed every expectation. If you are looking for a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, stop by and make sure to tell Ed happy anniversary. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Well, the Tigers got into the red zone that time and made it count again. They're 2 of 2 in the red zone and continue to be perfect over the last couple of weeks in the red zone. This Tigers trip to the red zone, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com. Don Juan's going to kick it on the ground, and Carl Junction's just going to cover it up. That was Brady Sims coming in to slide and make the catch. And now the Tiger defense will drop back into a prevent defense. And try not to give up the big play. We talked about being patient on defense before the game, and on a couple of the big plays, that's kind of what's happened, is that the defense has bit maybe before they should have, and it's left a big lane, and Carl Junction's just going to sit on it. And they're like, well, we haven't really been stopped other than the interception. We'll just take the ball when halftime is over. What a first half of football. The offenses reign supreme, and it is 28 apiece as we go to halftime. Get ready for a great second half from Carl Junction as the Bulldogs and Tigers will battle it out. We're going to take a break and be back with our Gold Medal Gyms halftime show. After this timeout, you're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Hashtag Casasa. Hashtag Mid-Missouri Bank.
What you doing?
Taking a Casasa selfie.
Casasa selfie?
Yeah, when I get Casasa cash back at Mid-Missouri Bank, I take a Mid-Mo Casasa selfie.
You do take a lot of selfies.
Right. When I get cash back for lunch break debit card swipes, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie. When I get cash back for weekend debit card swipes,
let me guess, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie?
Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Visit midmobank.com, member FDIC.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
Well, welcome back to the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show. Tigers and Bulldogs tied at 28 at halftime. I don't know if we've had a half like that since we've been broadcasting, where it's just been back and forth and so much scoring. And we've had high-scoring games. I always think of that Ozark Republic game, but all the scoring was one team or the other. But this, back and forth, and nobody took a lead by more than 7 at any point, and neither team gave up either.
No, you're exactly right. Both defenses stood up even after they gave, scoring drives or big plays. Both defenses came up with interceptions and all that. So Republic was pretty balanced. We had 26 run plays. We had 12 pass plays. The only, glare on that was one interception thrown by Lucas Hayes, and then a negative run play where Republic tried to do a reverse or an end around that gave up about 6 yards the wrong way. But other than that, Republic's offense has done great. They've had a lot more positive yard plays than negative yard plays. Defense came up huge due to the fact that Lucas throws the interception. You kind of feel the momentum shifting to Carl Junction, and then the defense turns around, not only gets an interception, but then runs it back about 75 yards for the touchdown. And so great job. Special teams is doing great too. Carl Junction hasn't really had a huge gain on either punt return or kick return. And that's always good whenever you don't set your defense up, for a hardship right off the bat by giving up a huge return, either on a punt return or a kick return. So far, you've given up 28 points, but your offense has matched that. So, it may sound like a cliche, but it's literally, second half to say that it's 0-0, because it doesn't make any difference right now if it's 0-0 or 28-28. Both teams have to go out there and do what they've been practicing all week for. On the defensive side for Republic, pretty much it's been the passing that's been something that definitely needs to be corrected. Is our pass defense. Carl Junction has been able to kind of have some really big pass plays against our defense. Done a pretty good job on limiting the big run plays, but defensive side, right now I'm pretty sure in the locker room that's got to be one of the keys to the change or the improvement that needs to be done, is probably talking to their corners and the free safeties. What's going to be the adjustment? Or do we need to play a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, or do we need to play a little bit farther off? Do we need to be a little bit more aggressive? What's the case? But I just know that coaching staff is doing a great job, in there right now, doing the whole X's and O's, trying to figure out, how to put our team in the best situation possible.
Well, in the first half, we talked a little bit about the fact that last week the defense made an adjustment middle of the first half and was able to really shut down Nixa. And so that's encouraging going into the second half here, because maybe they can do the same thing, the way the offense is played, and I know Carl Junction has got to be thinking the same thing, but you get one or two stops, and that's good enough. So if they can do it, and how big was the play by Clay White to pick that deflected pass out of the air and not only pick it off, but then take it the distance for a touchdown. That was a huge play in the game when it looked like Carl Junction was about to go up. I guess that would have made it 30, what would that would have made it either 28-14. I lost. No, it would have. Yes, it would have made it 28-14 at that point. So huge play by Clay White.
Yes, and due to the fact that he didn't give up on the play either, it kind of looked like he was going to get, ran down about the 10-yard line, and he was just able to kind of just give the last-second effort there and just stick in the end zone. So it's all good.
Tim Barnes, our statistician, under the weather, so he didn't make the trip down here. So we've been scrambling, trying to scribble down whatever we can find. I just got a text from Tim. He's watching the game at home. So, got stats for you. Yeah. Wow. Rushed the ball 13 times for 125 yards. 125 yards rushing for your quarterback. Riley Stockman, 11 for 55. And Clay White, 3 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown, and also 1 interception touchdown return that we were talking about. So big offensive performance, as you would expect, with 28 points in the I didn't realize, I knew that Hayes had some big runs, but you add it all up, 125 yards rushing in the first half. That's a big game.
Yes, and a lot of those have been big plays, too. He had a handful of running plays where it was either a design running play, it was a read where he was either going to give it to the running back or keep it himself, but then a couple of those big running plays was a design pass play, but due to the fact that his receivers weren't open and he had a huge gaping hole by his offensive line who just kind of parted right down the middle, very smart decision by him to just, I'm just going to ditch the pass play here and catch and try to catch the defense off guard, them trying to defend the pass, and I'll make them pay by making them think that I can't run the ball up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, just so many important turning points for both teams in that first half. This has been a fun one to watch, and it's just going to get better in the second half. I just have a feeling this is going to be one of those that comes down either way to the end, and there are going to be a lot of hearts up in throats as time winds down. But we'll have to see how it unfolds. Again, Carl Junction will get the ball first when we return, but at least it's even. So that's lots better than having Carl Junction, which is what it looked like it was going to be, having Carl Junction be up by a touchdown whenever we start the second half.
Yeah, and if the second half plays out like the first half, I'll definitely agree with you. I think it's going to be whoever has the ball last may be the deciding factor in this game.
Yeah.
It just I don't see a huge drop off. If there is a drop off in the scoring, it's not. I don't see it being a dramatic drop off in the scoring. I see both teams, going out there, and then in the offenses, like you said, it's been both offenses are not one-sided. Both of them will do a couple run plays and then turn around and do a couple pass plays back and forth. So both head coaches feel pretty confident in their QB not only running the ball but also passing the ball.
And it may come down to somebody on defense makes another play like Clay White. Whoever has the big turnover and flips the possession and the field, that may make the difference. 28-28 at halftime. The band is done. The dance squad is out there. We're going to take a break and be back with more of our Gold Medal Gyms halftime show. After this timeout, you're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3700. 888-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust, and with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com.
Back in Carl Junction, where we are at halftime, and the Bulldogs and the Tigers are putting on quite an offensive show, tied at 28. We had dance team perform, and then we had some introduction of some younger players as they came out. And just a typical small-town Friday night in southwest Missouri. Great football game, great community turnout, and the Tigers and Bulldogs are entertaining the crowd, and it has been a fun night. It is a great weather night for football, and this is exactly kind of what you think about when you think about high school football in Missouri.
Oh, yeah. We're finally starting to get a little bit of that fall weather. I'm tired of this 90-degree weather. So, yeah, definitely the sun's all the way down. You start getting that more typical Friday high school weather that you're talking about in the atmosphere. What I like to see, though, is Carl Junction. It's a good hour drive from Republic, and when you look across the field, the away bleachers here at Carl Junction are almost entirely filled. There's not very many spots across the way, so that is awesome that we had so many Republic fans making this long trip here to Carl Junction for tonight.
Want to take a minute to thank Gold Medal Gyms for sponsoring our halftime show. Every game, every sport that we do all year, I guess except if we ever do a softball game, is not really a halftime, but football, girls basketball, boys basketball, Gold Medal Gyms halftime show is always with us, and we thank Gold Medal Gyms and all of our sponsors for helping make our coverage possible. And if you see somebody sponsoring, just tell them thank you. Tell them you saw that they support Republic Tiger Sports, and that goes a long way to help us continue to do these broadcasts. And it's been a big jump to do video now instead of just the audio broadcast we were doing a couple of years ago. I love doing it, and I love having full game video after the fact to go back and look at. But it's so many more wires up here. There's cables going everywhere, all over the counter. And takes me quite a while to tear things down just because I can't figure out which bag everything goes in. We're getting home a lot later. It has nothing to do with the games. It's just an extra half hour of me putting away all the cables. Enough about that. You have no comment. It was very nice of you. Again, I mean, a great first half, and statistically, the thing that stands out to me is the number we got from Tim Barnes, that 125 yards rushing for Lucas Hayes is such a great performance for a quarterback. And he had a couple of big runs there at the tail end of that last touchdown drive to get the Tigers back even and bring the score even at 28 apiece.
And again, it hasn't been, for both offenses, but let's stick with Republic, it hasn't been just one-sided. It hasn't been just so run-heavy that the defense is able to just kind of stack the box, knowing that the next play is probably going to be a run play. We're keeping Carl Junction's defense kind of guessing, because we may do a few run plays right in a row, and then we'll throw, a ball over their heads because they're all sucked up thinking it's going to be a run pass or a run play, and then Lucas is either A, got a receiver wide open, or B, the O-line is kind of parted right in the middle that he's able to just tuck the ball and run right up the gut there and gain 10 to 15 yards.
A lot of scoring in the first half. It started with a 2-yard run by Hayes, an 11-play drive. On the very first possession, the Tigers went up 7-0. Carl Junction answered pretty quickly, just about 2.5 minutes later, on a touchdown pass to Durfelt that made it 7-7. Tigers took the lead again on a long touchdown pass from Hayes to Clay White. Ended an 11-play drive, and Marco Don Juan kicked the extra point and made the score 14-7. Carl Junction again answered, made it 14-14, and then it was after an interception. Carl Junction took the lead for the first time on a 39-yard touchdown pass to Southern. 5:08 left to go in the half, and that made it 21-14 Carl Junction. But then very quickly, an interception by Clay White kind of turned the tables. White ran it back for a touchdown. That tied the game. Carl Junction then went the other direction, took the lead again, 28-21, and it looked like that might be where it would stay, but with about 2 minutes left, the Tigers engineered a touchdown drive, and they scored on the run by Hayes, and that's where we are at halftime, tied at 28. We are just about ready to go in the second half. Teams back on the field. They're going to stretch out, get warmed up, and we're going to be ready for an exciting second half of football. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tigers Sports.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Parents and grandparents, it's not too late to make great memories with your high school students before they head off for college. One way to do that is the gift of travel. Republic Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks has helped lots of families make those memories, and she's standing by to help you too. Just drop her a line, crystal@southwesttravel.biz, and let her do the planning for you. And all without additional fees. That's Southwest Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks in Republic. Black Lab Coffee is more than just amazing coffee. It's the locally owned coffee shop where you can drop in, be greeted by name, and enjoy a quiet place to work or some peaceful conversation. Black Lab Coffee at 545 East Elm Street in Republic. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics.
Very shortly, Marco Don Juan will tee it up, and the Tigers will kick it off, and the defense will try to make the adjustments it needs to make to get things turned around and see if they can get a win on the road at a very tough Carl Junction. What good Republic crowd across the way. I mean, those bleachers across there, this is a long trip, and they are pretty packed in over there. Just eyeballing it from here, it does not look as full as when I got the binoculars on them. I mean, there's really not much empty space. So good turnout, good student section over there on the far left.
When you get that first win, and and the team looks good, that usually tends to bring out more people, especially in away games. But to piggyback on that, I don't think there's a single space empty over there across the way, and there's even not very many, but there's a handful that are even leaned up against the fence.
Tigers were 2 of 2 in the red zone in the first half, continue their excellent play. I think off the top of my head that makes them 4, 5, 7 of 8 on the season in the red zone. So if they can do that, they're going to win some games, and so far so good. 1-1 and playing well at Carl Junction. This Tigers trip to the red zone sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com. Tigers have been out on the field for a long time. They got out there, I guess, a little bit early based on the clock that's still ticking down. About 36 seconds on the clock on the scoreboard before the end of halftime. So they've been just kind of chilling, waiting for Carl Junction to come out. Now here come the Bulldogs. And Sincere Williams is deep, along with Trenton Lehman for Carl Junction. And Miles Durfel, who had a big first half, is out there as well. So the officials break the huddle and go to their positions, and we're just about ready to go. Glad you're along, as the Tigers are just about set to kick off the second half. Tied at 28 at Carl Junction. Don Juan, hand in the air. And now he hears the whistle. And kicks it high and short, taken on the run just inside the 30, but good coverage by the Tigers to get down there and make the tackle. And that was Avery Moody who got down and made the tackle on Southern. So Carl Junction will take over on the 35-yard line. They immediately turn and hand it off, and a cutback over the middle, and a good gain on first down. Appleberry and Moody finally bring down the ball carrier, and that was Brady Sims, who got first down yardage. Oh, no, it was not first down yardage. Only got 9. Boy, it seemed like he ran forever.
Yeah. It was kind of a deep handoff, so kind of make up for the deep handoff. Had to run about 2 yards just so he could get back to the line of scrimmage.
The crowd in front of us is the Carl Junction crowd. They did not make much noise. I think they're exhausted after the first half. Handoff and a cutback, and enough for a first down, a gain of a couple yards. Brady Sims, will move the chains, and the Bulldogs will keep it going.
You're right. This is kind of a subdued home crowd. Usually there's a lot more, cheering and clapping for a first down. I don't know if they just expect to get the first down or what.
Yeah, like I said, I think they're just worn out after that first half. There's a lot going on. They send a man in motion and fake the handoff. The quarterback, Patterson's going to keep it. He goes to the far side. Maybe got away with a hold upfield. Did Carl Junction, and it's a gain of about 8 or 9 yards.
That time the backside of Republic's defense just over-pursued. Did it make sure that nothing was coming back? That's one of the things that, back when I was coaching the DNs, you tell your DNs, if you see the ball going away from you before you pursue, you better make sure 100% that nothing's coming back, like a reverse or a cutback. And that time the backside of the Republic defense just over-pursued.
And good pursuit that time. Maybe a block in the back. Do we have a flag?
No flag.
I think so. Boy.
That should have been.
Let's take a look at that again. Maybe it was.
That was awfully close.
Yeah. First down for Carl Junction. Yeah, kind of on the side. Evan Smith was back there and not a clear-cut block in the back, so no flag, and the Bulldogs pick up the first down. They are inside Republic territory on a 41-yard line now. And a pass over the middle is caught inside the 35, out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, and they continue to move the ball up the field.
Again, our pass defense, and they do a little bit better job at recognizing when a screen pass is slowly developing. That time the receiver just kind of set up, waited for everybody to kind of do what they needed to do, and he just came across the middle and was able to catch the pass.
Man goes in motion. They give it up the middle, and a good defensive play that time by the Tigers. Coming up and making the stop was Austin O'Hara. Wrapped him up and took him down.
Yeah, that was huge. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. I think he may have lost a little bit, bringing up a huge third down here.
The Tigers haven't even really had many third down opportunities on defense. Carl Junction's moved the ball so well. And so this is a big one for the Tigers. Four-man front. And a good cutback and a second effort. And now up the sideline he goes and into the end zone. Second effort made the difference for Brady Sims. They had him, and he just shook off the tackler and went to the end zone. You can see right there, had a chance to stop him and force a fourth down, but he got to the edge and took it all the way, and it's 34-28. Carl Junction retakes the lead. And so the pressure shifts back to Republic on offense. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealth.com. And
extra point was blocked.
A block.
That could be huge later on in the
game.
game.
The way it's gone, you're right. That is a big play as they get into the backfield. See if we can tell who it was. Can't quite see the number. You would think they would know by now that they need, when you make a big play, you turn sideways so that the press box can see who did it. So 8:29 left. Carl Junction scores to make it 34-28.
The 7-play drive. That time Carl Junction only passed the ball one time. They were run heavy. It's where sound tackling definitely comes into play. Not only could that have brought up a fourth down, but it ends up allowing a touchdown to be scored.
Landon Porter back there, Clay White as well, and so is Gavin Walker. As Carl Junction gets set to kick it off. Deep kick goes all the way into the end zone. Landon Porter backpedaled to try to get to it, and it sailed over his head, and the Tigers will take over on the 20-yard line. 8:29 left to go in the third quarter, and Carl Junction has taken the lead for the second time tonight.
Now it's going to be very important, obviously, for Republic to answer that, and if they're able to get a touchdown here on this drive and kick that extra point, that's when that missed extra point comes into play.
Clay White comes over here along with Gavin Walker on the near side, split out wide. Sigmund in the backfield next to Hayes. Landon Porter wide to the right, and Hayes keeps it, just barrels forward for another big gain. The line is doing such a great job in front of Lucas Hayes that he is able to just lower the shoulder and pick up 7-8 yards at a time, and he does it again on first down.
Yeah, our O-line is doing a great job of keeping their feet moving, just churning, able to push back the three-man front of Carl Junction's D-line.
Second down and short. Hayes keeps it again. He's got room. He's got a first down. He bowls forward. Out past the 30 to about the 33. Chains move. First down Tigers. 7:55 left in the third.
And what's great, too, is Lucas is not going down on first contact.
Yep.
He's making the Carl Junction defenders work. And it's not just one guy. It's two guys that are having to take him down.
Tried the hard count. And boy, a couple of Carl Junction players on that one did think about maybe jumping. Evan Smith comes over and shifts a little bit. They hand it to Sigmund, and Sigmund picks his way forward, still on his feet. Managed to gain 3 yards out of what looked like nothing. Boy, that is 3 big guys on top of Riley Sigmund, and he just kept running. They're going to spot it. Well, that's not a very good spot. They gave him 2 yards instead of 3. When he got up, he was on about the 36, but they put the ball on the 35. And now a whistle. Official wanted to check on Sigmund, I think. $7:15 left in the third. Fake it to Sigmund. Big hole going the other way to Hayes, and he's got a first down again out beyond the 45 to about the 47.5-yard line. And another first down for the Tigers and more rushing yards for Lucas Hayes.
And what I like about Lucas is not a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, that's just how football has been for a long time. Not a lot of quarterbacks like getting hit.
Yep.
And hit hard. And Lucas is definitely not that type of quarterback.
He's
a quarterback that is not afraid of getting hit. He is actually being the one who's doing the hitting sometimes.
He's going to keep it again. He likes what's happening, and he's got 7 or 8 yards again on first down. Just rolling upfield out into Carl Junction territory. And that extra point that they blocked earlier. Again, you talked about how big that could be in a game like this where everybody is scoring at will. Sigmund in the backfield, Smith in the slot. Landon Porter is over here along with Clay White. Smith is going to shift at fullback. He's going to block for Sigmund, and they get into the backfield and wrap up Sigmund, and that's a big play defensively.
And here's the thing on that play. Carl Junction blitzed the guy off the edge, and he was showing blitz. So that should have been something that the offense should have pointed out, at least the O-line or Lucas, that there was a guy blitzing off the left-hand side of the offense, and that the blitzing guy coming off the edge is the one who ended up making the tackle there. So communication on that is something that needs to be improved if you can visibly see a defender that is showing blitz.
Yep. Jesse Cassett made the play. Big third down opportunity for the Carl Junction defense. Hayes keeps it. And he loses the ball. It's on the ground, and who has it? Carl Junction says they have it. They do. And that was just a matter of second effort by Hayes. And you can see before he got hit, he's carrying the ball kind of loose. You'll see it fly back there, and it got stripped from behind, and he couldn't quite get back to it. And there's the turnover that we talked about that might be a key play when the offenses are moving like they are. And you get a turnover like that to shift the script. And so we're going to have a timeout. I don't know if this is a water break. We're still early in the season, even though it's not that hot. It may be a mandatory water break. We'll take a break as well. 5:18 left to go in the third quarter. It's 34-28 Carl Junction. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Eddie Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. And they're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Repmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast, brake too hard, and gives you feedback to help you drive safer and lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic. New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Athletics, and this fall he's also sponsoring our weekly Player of the Game feature. Every week you can find a Player of the Game alongside our game summary at RepublicTigerSports.com. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports.
Well, it's time for the Republic defense to make a big play here. Trailing by 6, Carl Junction tries a reverse. They're going to throw it up, and they can't complete it. It was intended for Blake Hulland on the flea flicker.
And Jaden Appleby, he almost had a play on that. The ball hung in the air for so long, I thought maybe he was going to be able to come down with that.
Well, it wasn't. Is it a flea flicker if it's not the quarterback who throws it? I don't know if that's technically a flea flicker. Maybe we can get a remote ruling from Tim Barnes. They tossed it back like a flea flicker, but they didn't toss it back to the quarterback. They tossed it back to a receiver who'd come around end and threw it. That was trickery upon trickery. Coming near side, lots of running room. Nice open field tackle by Hulland, but a good gain by Brady Sims, and it's a first down. Haven't called Blake Hulland's name very much tonight, which I guess is good. We always talk about you don't want your safeties making all the plays, and came up, though, and made a nice play on that one. First and 10 for the Bulldogs, 4:53 and counting left in the third quarter. And they lead up by 6. Patterson's had a nice game at quarterback. He's going to roll. No, he's going to keep it under pursuit. And Sturdivant couldn't quite wrap him up, and he made a good gain out of it. Bounced off of Sturdivant. I thought Sturdivant was going to hit him before he crossed the line of scrimmage, or as he crossed the line of scrimmage. He just didn't wrap up. So another good gain for Carl Junction. Brings up second down and about 3. They already lead by 6 points.
And again, that's where the bad tackling kind of bites you there. It's another play that should not have gained very much.
4-man front for the Tiger defense. Patterson is going to hand it off to Sims. Sims cuts back on his feet, takes it inside the 30-yard line, and that's good for a first down for Carl Junction.
Looks like we've got a hurt Republic player.
Yep, I think that is Jaden Appleberry, who's down.
Yeah, it is.
So with 4:30 left in the third quarter, we're going to take a break as well while they tend to Jaden Appleberry. It's 34-28 Carl Junction. Back with more after this timeout.
Republic Glass has been a part of our community since 1972, and they've been family-owned and operated all the way. Whether it's commercial, residential, or auto, or a mirror or shower door that needs attention, Republic Glass has you covered. Call them at 732-7044. If it's glass, you want Republic Glass on East Harrison, across from the post office in Republic, or at 732-7044. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
So a polite round of applause for Jaden Appleberry as he walks off. Looked like a cramp, by the way the trainers were working on him, so he'll try to work out the kinks and get back there with 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Tiger defense needs a big play here. You don't want to fall down by more than a touchdown. I don't think that's happened all night. They looked like they were going to do it from about this spot on the field. That's when Clay White picked off a pass and took it to the end zone the other direction. Let's see if they can do it again. Carl Junction goes up top. White had position and couldn't corral it, and it's a touchdown for Carl Junction. Cole Stewart went up and just out-jumped Clay White. And the Bulldogs take a 40-28 lead. You can see White had good coverage upfield and went for the interception instead of knocking it down. And that was just the space that Stewart needed to score the touchdown. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com.
Carl Junction is going to go for 2 to try to make up for that missed extra point.
And DeAndrea almost got him, but Patterson finds his man in the back of the end zone. Complete to Jackson Huffman. And the 2-point conversion is good, and it is 42-28, a 14-point lead now for the Bulldogs. And DeAndrea was back there, and it looked like he might be able to catch him in the backfield, but boy, I can't speak highly enough of the game that Patterson has put together at quarterback in his first start. The junior has been composed and very impressive, whether he's been under pressure or distributing the ball on running plays or been asked to throw the ball. He's been accurate and has just done a great job back there.
You're exactly right. Case in point, that touchdown pass he just threw, he threw that ball only where his receiver could get it.
Yep.
If the receiver can't get it, then no one can get it, is essentially where he was able to put that ball. And Clay White, like you said, Clay White did what he was supposed to do. He was in great position, but quarterback just did a better job at putting the ball right where his receiver can catch it only.
So a 2-touchdown deficit for the Tigers, and let's see if they can make something happen. Clay White is going to let it bounce, take it, and try to get into the open field. And he makes one man miss, makes another man miss, still on his feet, spins around, and he's taken down at about the 17-yard line. Now, Clay White is hard to tackle. He's not a big kid, but he is elusive, and he doesn't go down on first contact very often.
Yeah, and you can say that for just about every single Republic Tiger out there, whether it's a receiver, running back, or the QB. Whoever's got it's not going to go down easy. They're not going down with a simple trip of the feet or an arm tackle. They're falling forward, and that's exactly what you try to coach all your guys that are going to be holding the ball, is to always fall forward.
4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, and Sterling goes in motion. And they fake the ball, and now they're going to throw it to Sterling. Nice little trickery there, and Sterling gets to the outside and picks up a first down out near the 30-yard line. That was a little razzle-dazzle by Dustin Baldwin.
Yeah, and that play just about busted wide open there.
Yep.
There was only one Carl Junction defender, and if he wasn't there for the tackle, he may have taken it to the house.
So 1st and 10 at the 30. All the way over here on the near side, split out wide is Clay White. In motion goes Sterling again. They fake it, and Hayes keeps it. That time they're waiting for him, and a little karate chop at the end of the play on the back of the neck of Lucas Hayes. I'm surprised that didn't draw a flag. Maybe it was down there where the official didn't see it, but you'll see as Hayes is down on the ground. And then a little hi-ya there on the back of the neck. Looked like a 1970s crime detective show. Coming up and hitting you in the back of the head to knock you out. I just aged myself, didn't I? Hayes takes it out up 2 or 3 more yards to about the 33.5-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Tigers.
What you're starting to see here in the second half is Carl Junction is blitzing some of their players a lot more than they did the first half. They're bringing, instead of one guy doing it every once in a while, now they're showing 2 guys just about every single play, blitzing either off the edge or right up the middle.
And that's up to Lucas Hayes to read and react and make them pay. And they are going to throw it. And they throw it to Sigmund up the sideline.
Oh, juke.
Juked his man, still on his feet. Jukes another man. Takes it all the way down inside the Carl Junction 25. And what a run after the catch by Riley Sigmund.
And that was great. And that time Carl Junction had everybody in the box. Kind of looked like they were expecting a run. Sigmund was able to just go out to the left-hand side wide open in the flats.
And we're going to take a water break. 2:30. Yeah. Boy, you could hear that.
I think everybody heard that we were taking a water break.
I think there are people in Kansas taking a water break after that announcement. 2:37 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 42-28. And we will be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. The Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency is Republic's new independent insurance agency, and that means they can shop around to get you the best price to meet your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or commercial insurance, call the Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency, simplifying your insurance experience. Berry Patch Preschool and Daycare is excited to announce they're expanding to a brand new building on the corner of 174 and Hines. They accept children ages 0 to 12, teach preschool curriculum with hands-on learning and extracurricular activities like the library, the zoo, or Stretch and Grow. Give them a call for your preschool needs at 732-7761. Berry Patch Preschool, an experienced and trusted daycare in Republic.
Hayes throws it to Sterling, who takes it all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Near first down yardage. I think he got first down yardage. There's that play they ran earlier, and they just did it again.
Yeah, he's just coming out of the backfield, just flaring out into the flats, and everybody from Carl Junction is either coming up or backpedaling out, leaving the right flat wide open.
Well, they're so used to Hayes running the ball that they're kind of keying on him, and so that's a play designed to take advantage of that, give him an outlet. And this time he gives it to Sigmund. Sigmund takes it out of his hands, and he gets it in his belly and goes maybe 1.5 yards or 2 yards, and now a little extracurricular at the end. Flags fly, and based on the fact that a couple of Carl Junction fans yelled at the officials, I'm guessing that it's probably the Carl Junction players who were engaging in the extracurricular activity. Let's see. Yeah, just kind of the same thing as before. The Republic runner's down, and they stay on him and do a little rolling around on top of him.
Well, it is kind of hard to read the refs' body language.
No, I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe it's offsetting. No, they call it against. Yeah, they say it offsetting. Riley Sigmund does not understand what happened, but
I think you had 2 guys just getting a little ornery out there. It's getting late in the game. Everybody's getting a little tired out there. The extra little shove here and there. Everybody's not going to stand for it on either team.
So it stays right where it was, 1st and 10. And that play, that's actually a break for the Tigers because instead of being, oh, no, it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it happened after the play.
Yep,
so
that's right. Well, they had first down and 10 on the scoreboard temporarily, but then they changed it. Hayes is going to keep it, bounces it, comes to the near side, and doesn't have anywhere to go, and they've really shut down that play here in the third quarter. 1:41 left in the third. And it's going to be 3rd down and 9. Tigers are on the 11-yard line. So they need to get to about the 2. Hayes tries the hard count, looks over to get the play call from the coaching staff. Sigmund back there with him. They're going to throw it. Hayes zips it in the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Gavin Walker. And that one was on a zip line as well, and Hayes just lined it up and threw it between the defenders, and that is a touchdown for the Tigers, and they remain perfect in the red zone. So Walker just set up beyond the goal line and made the catch, and the Tigers now 3 of 3 in the red zone. But let's watch the kick from Marco Don Juan. It's 42-34, and that kick is up and no good. They got him under pressure. I couldn't really tell from the angle where we are. I think it was wide left, but 1:06 left in the third, and it's an 8-point lead, 42-34. So this time, it's the Tigers that missed the extra point. So again, perfect in the red zone, 3 of 3 tonight. And this red zone report is sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com. You know, there have been games we've covered where this is about the situation where somebody might try a tricky little onside kick to catch somebody off guard. I'm not saying it's going to happen here, but your defense hasn't really had any luck. So what's the difference if it's a 40-yard drive or a 60-yard drive? Maybe try and catch them off guard and get back even on the scoring with, trailing now by a touchdown. They're not lined up that way, though. They're going to let Don Juan kick it. And he does. About the 15-yard line. And hit and dropped by the Tigers at about the 24. Coming up and making the stop was Trenton Giles on special teams. And with 1:02 now left in the third quarter, Carl Junction gets the ball back. Tigers need a big play on defense. Handoff and a cutback. DeAndrea was back there again and couldn't quite stop in time and turn direction to make the hit. A short gain, but could have been a loss. A gain of about 2.
It looks like Jaden Appleberry's back out there. It was just cramp initially when he walked off. We've talked about Tommy being in the backfield a few times. It literally is just fingertips away from making a huge tackle in the backfield.
Yep, they send a man in motion, and good blocking around the corner. Coming up and making the stop for the Tigers is Austin O'Hara, but not before a first down gain by Carl Junction.
And those are the big plays that have just kind of plagued us most of this game so far. Isn't really Carl Junction getting 3 to 4 yards, a whack. It seems like it's just big, huge chunks, somewhere between 5 to 10.
And time runs down, and we're at the end of the third quarter now. Bulldogs leading by 8, 42-34, but the Tigers will try to get a big play on defense and turn things around and get back in it. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. From Carl Junction, you're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Heinz Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Pinnaker Chevrolet is hitting the big 4-0, and we are celebrating. Hi, this is Abby Pinnaker Rose. I am so excited that we are celebrating my father opening the doors to Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic 40 years ago. We still work by the values he started in 1979, to value each and every customer and to exceed every expectation. If you are looking for a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, stop by and make sure to tell Ed happy anniversary. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Beautiful full moon in Carl Junction, and Carl Junction on the move and trying to score into the secondary. Into Republic territory, and a big run for the Bulldogs.
That time, Carl Junction was able to just seal off the left-hand side of their offense, the right side of our defense. And once the running back was able to get on the edge, there really wasn't anybody there.
I think it was Cooper Landry who finally ushered him out of bounds, but not before a big gain, and it's inside the 35-yard line of Republic for Carl Junction. Inside handoff, and again, a big gap. Brady Sims picks his way through the hole and has almost first down yardage again, another 9 yards. 11:39 left to go in the game. Carl Junction's not really going to be in any hurry now. One touchdown here, and that puts them up by 2 scores. And it would be a tall order for the Tigers if they run a lot of clock here. Sims again, another big hole. Pushes his way forward across the line. Up off the bottom of the pile is Justin Sturdivant. Made the stop.
Right now, Carl Junction's O-line is winning the victory right now on this particular drive. They're just kind of pushing our D lineman back. Our D lineman are going to have to do a better job at closing down the lanes.
Short gain on that one, so good play by the Tiger defense. Holds them and brings up a second down and 9.
This is where our defense needs to come up big here. Carl Junction's shifting a bunch of guys. Been doing that all game, though, both on offense and defense. They've been shifting a lot of receivers in and out. They also do that in certain packages on their defense. So they rotate a lot of fresh guys. So that kind of may be a little bit of the difference in the game, too.
Yeah, that's true, too. The Tigers play a lot of guys both ways, and it's getting late in the game. It's not super hot, but it's not exactly fall yet either. And Carl Junction calls a timeout with 10:14 remaining in the game, and they want to talk things over. We'll take a break as well and be back with more after this.
Hashtag Casasa. Hashtag Mid-Missouri Bank.
What you doing?
Taking a Casasa selfie.
Casasa selfie?
Yeah, when I get Casasa cash back at Mid-Missouri Bank, I take a Mid-Mo Casasa selfie.
You do take a lot of selfies.
Right. When I get cash back for lunch break debit card swipes, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie. When I get cash back for weekend debit card swipes,
let me guess, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie?
Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Visit midmobank.com, member FDIC.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3700. 888-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
Pass off under pressure and an opening to the end zone and a touchdown by Carl Junction. Garrett Taylor, after the catch, found his way through the secondary and into the end zone, and it's getting to be late for the Tigers. 48-34, a 14-point lead.
Yeah, Dalton Parks made the initial hit there and just wasn't able to wrap up and take care of the tackle there.
So Carl Junction will kick the extra point and try to go up by 15 with 10:07 left in the game. 15 points and 10 minutes left is not insurmountable by any means, but the Tigers are going to have to do something on defense to get an answer. The extra point is good, and it's 49-34. And what do you do on defense when this is happening? I mean, if you're the coach, Rich, former coach. So
former
this
coach.
is why we have you on the broadcast, and because you're supposed to have the answers to these questions.
Right. And this is the stressful moments that I don't miss. Missed tackles, and we've talked about that. There's been a few missed tackles that have led to huge plays. Right? We're not talking about missed tackles where the person only got 3 or 4 yards. We're talking about some missed tackles that was the difference between setting up 4th down or 1st down or giving up a big touchdown. That's obviously something that's going to be addressed, but X's and O's wise, literally they've been each drive has been a little different for Carl Junction, but they've been super run heavy in this second half. Looking at all the different runs and pass plays that I put down, they've been really, really heavy. So I don't know if you change your package up and put more guys in the box, bring them up, or what, but their QB is good enough to pass it. Yeah. So if you do that, you stack the box, then they'll kill you with the pass.
Yeah, I mean, Patterson has been good throwing the ball, but you may be right that you're going to have to stack the box at this point because they've been so successful with the run. Out past the 15 to about the 18-yard line is Landon Porter before he's hit and pushed back, and that's where the Tigers will take over with 10:01 left in the game, trailing by 15, 49-34.
Well, we know the offense can score. I mean, there's still a lot of game left. There's 10 minutes left in the game. The thing is, but that's the issue, though. They've got to put a drive that results in points.
Yeah. And, they've moved the ball even in this half, but just have made mistakes. They were almost mistake-free other than the one interception in the first half, and then just didn't play the kind of perfect game. There's not any margin for error the way that Carl Junction has been moving the ball. See if Hayes can engineer a scoring drive here. Sterling in motion. Hayes is going to throw it under pressure, steps up, and a little outlet pass to Sterling, who couldn't hang on and was pushed out of bounds as he made the catch by Armentrout. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 with 9:55 left to go in the game.
And that was a pretty difficult catch for him. He knew very well that as soon as he caught the ball, he was going to get hit. So good job for him on not getting the alligator arms. He caught the ball, secured it, got knocked out of bounds.
2nd down and 10. Hayes sends Sterling in motion. He's going to roll that direction to the far side, and he is hit and dropped by the blitz. That was Noah Southern, the linebacker, who got in and hit him, and we've got a flag flying in late. So some more extracurricular activity after the play. Let's see if we can see what happened here on the replay.
I think it's on a Carl Junction player.
Yeah, they gave him a little bump as he got up, and that's not the first time that's happened tonight. There's a little bit of extra activity after the play when Carl Junction makes a tackle, and they got flagged for it that time.
I think Coach Buckmaster is talking to the young man who got the flag called on him.
A better look at the action was sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health is committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. So personal foul should move it out to about the 35. Officials are talking things over. step it off.
And this is a huge, difference in yardage that went from a huge sack loss of yards to now a very manageable third down here.
So it's not a first down. Wasn't it a personal foul?
Yeah, I think it was just 15 yards, though. I'm not sure if it's an automatic first down. I'm not sure since it was after the play. I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
Keeps it and has first down yardage out past the 35-yard line to about the 38 before being dragged down. Good gain by Hayes. Be interested to total up how many yards he has rushing the ball. He hasn't done nearly as much rushing the ball in the second half, but had 125 in the first half and still picked up quite a few yards here in the second half. I'll bet he's up over 150. Sterling in motion. Quick toss to Clay White, who couldn't quite handle it. A little too hard. Tried to one-hand it and went off the fingertips. Ball's incomplete. 9:13 left to go in the game. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Tigers.
You're right. He's got to be, if he's not over the 150, he's got to be pretty close to it. I know Tim Barnes in Greene County is keeping
technically, I don't know.
eye.
He may have fallen asleep.
Oh, that's
but
true.
you know,
I don't know.
he's a lot older than us.
Wow.
I'd have said that if he was here. Hayes is going to throw a little screen pass. It is complete, and White is made to pay for making the catch. Picked up maybe a yard, but took punishment for it. I hope he doesn't withhold his statistics if he is keeping them after that crack.
Well, I'm just going to change the subject, and it brings up a huge third down here. Third and a short 9. You're in that weird part of the field, too.
Yeah, and it's a time of game where you almost have to go for it the way Carl Junction's been moving the ball on offense. Can't afford to fall up behind anymore. And over the middle, Sterling makes the catch.
What a great catch.
And what a great throw by Lucas Hayes inside the 35-yard line, inside the 30 before they finally bring him down. He threaded the needle. Watch this pass right up the middle, similar to a third down play that a reception that Sterling made against Nixa. Just found the seam and made the catch.
Yeah, there's multiple red jerseys around his target, and he was still able to thread the needle there.
Quickly up to the line again. Hayes is going to throw it. Pump fake, and now keeps it. He's got opening. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet, down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. And the Tigers on the move. Not ready to give up yet with 8:10 left to go. And I would say you might see an onside kick if they can score here. We talked about it earlier.
This is awesome. It's just the fact that how many times has Lucas done this evening? Once he realizes there's a huge gap up the middle, he just decides to go from a throwing quarterback to a running quarterback.
And he's going to keep it again, and that time they close the gap on him. Coming up and making the hit was the defensive lineman, Jesse Cassett. 7:44, and the clock is ticking down. 2nd and 3. 2nd and goal from the 3, I should say. Offensive line needs to get a big push here. Hayes keeps it up the middle, drives forward with the legs, still going forward. Is he in?
Oh, man.
No signal. Yeah,
there we go.
Touchdown Tigers, 7:11 left to go in the game, and it is down to a 9-point lead, 49-40. That was second effort, third effort, fourth effort by Lucas Hayes. He's a big, strong kid, and he showed it on that one. Just moved the pile and had a little help from his lineman behind him as well, pushing him in. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Don Juan kicks it through, and it's down to 8, 49-41 with 7:11 remaining in the game. We'll sit here and think about whether an onside kick could be coming. And while we think, we'll take a break hear from our sponsors. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens, no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
Back in Carl Junction. And we are going to, well, no, we're not going to have I thought we were going to have an onside kick. Instead, Carl Junction called a timeout. Is that what you saw, Rich?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're worried about an onside kick.
Yeah, I think they saw just maybe something a little different there, obviously, and probably got something called down from Carl Junction's coaching staff, probably on top of their press box.
And now the question is for the Republic coaches, do you change what you were going to do if you know that they know that the onside kick is coming and they adjust, then do you make an adjustment and just go ahead and kick it deep and then worry about, you're going to have to score again anyway, worry about the onside kick after the next score. Before we go any further, I want to remind you that our fourth quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their support of Republic Tiger Sports. So I don't know. I would presume that you go ahead and try the onside kick here. That also has the added benefit, if you don't recover it, Carl Junction has less field to go if they do score again before you got to get the ball back and run less clock. Nope, they're going to kick it deep. Kick it high. Everybody was up. And hit and dropped, coming up and making the stop was Bryce Messier. He wrapped him up and knocked him down. And Carl Junction is going to take over from the 35-yard line. I guess the thought, again, is that, well, you're either going to have to get a stop or you're going to have to get a stop, obviously, and score again. If you don't recover the kick, so just kick it deep and see if you can make something happen like Clay White did with the interception and the pick six in the first half. Handoff coming near side, and again, a big hole, and that is Trenton Lehman, who picked up about 6 yards on first down. Evan Smith made the tackle. 6:48, and the clock is ticking left in the game, and Carl Junction up by 8. Trying to tack on a touchdown here. They are in the situation that Republic was in last week on that drive where they went down and Don Juan kicked the field goal to put the game away. And a first down run, rumbling ahead. Moody and Morehouse in there on the tackle. But first down yardage for Brady Sims. So the chains move, and out near midfield, Carl Junction continues to pound the ball away at the Tiger defense. 6:26 left now in the game.
And this may be what Carl Junction may just kind of stick to. They may just kind of stick to going run heavy here, just hoping that that clock just keeps ticking away and they keep getting these 5 to 6 yard chunks.
And a tackle around the neck. Sims went in, looked like he was going to have a hole, and I think it was Moody who grabbed him around the neck and pulled him down, and that saved a few yards, but still a gain of about 4. And exactly what you said, they don't need to gain 8, 9, 10 at this point. They would just as soon run the clock, hang on to the ball. I would be surprised if they throw the ball at this point. So I think you do just stack the box. Tigers with just a 3-man front, but they got their linebackers playing right up there behind the line of scrimmage. And here comes Sims. And again, has big yardage before Cooper Lander pulls him down. Inside the 40-yard line of Republic. Tigers flying upfield, and they're flying right past the running back.
Yeah, they need to come up under control. You break down, you kind of get in an athletic stance. We kind of look like a shortstop who is, playing a ground ball. You come up quickly, but then as you get close to the running back, you break yourself down, get yourself under control so that you can make that textbook tackle that you've been taught, since 4th or 5th grade in football.
Hayes is over 200 yards rushing tonight. Sims is having a big night rushing as well, and he's got another big gain coming to the near side. Gained about 7 or 8. Well, maybe not quite that much when he ran out of bounds. Let's see where the official marks it. Yeah, 7. Brings up 2nd down and 3, and the clock at 5:03 remaining.
And with Carl Junction, just you're talking about, they're just slow to get the calls from the sideline, trying to take that snap and game clock close to 0.
And the ball is snapped past the quarterback's hands, and boy, that is a huge break because it hit the tailback. Watch the ball come off Patterson's hands, and it would have flown backwards 15, 20 yards, but it hit the tailback. Oh, it hit the man coming around. So that could have very easily been the break that the Tigers were looking for. Instead, it's 3rd down and 11, so it's a little break instead of a big break. 4:30 left to go in the game, and now we've got a timeout called by Carl Junction. So with 4:27 left, gets a little bit interesting here because the Tigers have a 3rd and 11. This is maybe the first time we've had 3rd and more than 10 yards for Carl Junction, maybe in the first half. But, boy, it's been tough going for the Tiger defense.
You're exactly right. I think it takes us back to the first half of the game that Carl Junction has been put into a 3rd and extremely long. That may be the reason why they called a timeout here, since they haven't been in this situation too many times this evening. Probably want to make sure that everybody's on the same page on the offense, but at the same time, it allows the defense to kind of catch their breath too and able to talk to their coaches over there.
Huge play here. 3rd and 11. And now they're going to set the ball and get ready to go. Defense needs a play here. They've overloaded to the right side, and they're going to throw it over the middle. It is incomplete.
Almost.
I thought it was picked off for a second.
So did I. That was close to an interception.
Sturdivant almost got his hand in there and managed to rip it away. Just about an interception, but still 4th and 11. And so let's see what unfolds from here. The Tigers look like they're going to get a chance with 4:23 left. They finally get a stop. And Clay White, remember what we talked about earlier. White has scored on defense. He has scored on offense. He has not scored on special teams, but he's back to receive the punt. The snap was high, and White's going to not catch it. It's going to roll all the way to the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. Well, darn it. I just thought we were going to see Clay White run it for a touchdown and have the trifecta, but I guess I would settle for 2 offensive touchdowns and a defensive touchdown.
That was a pretty good punt for the Carl Junction punter, considering the snap just about went over his head.
Yep.
So 4:16 left, and the Tigers have a chance, trailing by 8. And they have moved the ball. I mean, they've scored 41 points. It's not been quite the same in the second half, but they have shown the ability to move the ball on this defense, and let's see what they can do. Hayes, over 200 yards rushing from the quarterback spot. Sends the man in motion, keeps the ball, makes a man miss, and struggles.
Yeah, he bobbled the ball there. He almost lost that.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't tell for a second. Looking through the back, couldn't tell if he was just trying to juke somebody or if he actually didn't have a hold of the ball. But I think you're right. He did lose the handle momentarily. Give him 3 yards. He's going to throw it. No, now he's going to keep it and come back against the grain. And he's got good yardage out past the 30. That's going to be a first down for Republic. 3:39 left to go.
That right there is huge. It looked like a play that wasn't going to very much. Carl Junction's defense over pursued, and he was able to go out.
Give it to Sterling. Goes around the end, gains maybe a yard.
All right, here we go. We got 2nd and about 8. Lucas back there is moving his receivers around. We got trips to the right. Claps for a hard count. Oh, pass is incomplete. He was trying to throw that out there to, I think that was Clay White out there. Just kind of underthrew him just a little bit. Or was that Gavin Walker? Whatever the case, it brings up a 3rd and long, and this is huge here. We got 2:44 left here in the 4th quarter. This is obviously, if they don't get it, they're going to have to go for it on 4th down.
Hayes has 2 backs back there with him. Sigmund goes in motion. Hayes looks to throw, and he lobs it ahead, and it's picked off. Kind of a lame duck pass and an interception. Still on his feet, picking his way through the defense, fighting forward, down inside the 5-yard line, and it's Noah Southern with the interception. And that is a backbreaker. So it's 1st and goal from the 3 for Carl Junction. The Tigers got the break they needed on defense, got the stop they needed on defense, and then the offense turned it back over. And just a couple of mistakes. Now, last week, the Tigers made some mistakes in the first half, and they didn't end up costing them the game. This week, just, you think of 2 or 3 mistakes that the Tigers made, and every time the Bulldogs made them pay. Got some kind of, we got another sideline warning.
The Carl Junction corner over here that made that interception, he just made a great athletic play. If you look at that, go back and look at that play, I mean, his vertical is ridiculous. He was able to just jump up in the air and literally snag that ball.
That was not Lucas Hayes' best pass of
no.
the night. I mean, he was on the run. He kind of was throwing back against his momentum. So just a bad break for the Tigers. And now into the end zone goes Carl Junction. And that makes it 55-41 with 2:22 left. So how quickly things change. We're just getting hyped up and ready to see if the Tigers could pull off the comeback. And Republic gives it up. Then Carl Junction marches down and puts it in the end zone and makes it 55-41. And it's almost a shame. Carl Junction is the one that should really feel bad about this. So not
complaining too much, but they open up with Webb City and Carthage. I mean, that's a brutal schedule, so people that look at this are going to say, well, Carl Junction's 0-2. They got their first win against Republic. I mean, this is a good team.
Yes.
And so Republic played well down here offensively. They just didn't have any answer on defense for what the Bulldogs were able to do. And they're going to try and tack on another one, already leading by 14 points. Kick is good. Nope, no good. So he missed that one, and with 2:22 left, it's 55-41. And now the Tigers will need to score quickly and get a break, maybe an onside kick, and see what they can do with that. We're going to take a break and be back with more. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tigers Sports.
Southern Sun Electric's a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, or in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection.
Learned during the timeout that Carl Junction shares a fight song with Odessa, home of broadcast director Maddie Hall. And they also share the same fight song with one of the teams I've covered in the past, in the long distance past, up at the Jeff City area. I don't remember, but the song is very familiar. Clay White is going to take it. Maybe this is the touchdown run back. Gets to the corner, has some room, but he's not going to make it all the way upfield. But still a good return by Clay White, brought down at about the 43-yard line. Tigers need to score quick, 2:15 left, and then get a break. The difference in this one really is that both teams have made mistakes. When Republic has made mistakes, Carl Junction's made them pay for it. Hayes under pressure and is going to be, well, I don't know if he's going to get flagged or not. He threw it at the feet of Hayden Moody, who's not a receiver. Yeah, right. There's the flag.
It's going to be,
Guess, I don't know.
Illegal man touching the ball there. The O-lineman can't be the first one to touch the ball. I don't know what the white hat took so long to throw the flag there.
No, well, I'm not sure why it wasn't flagged for. They may be talking about this. Was it intentional grounding or what to call? Because, yeah, it hit Moody, but it also there was not really a receiver nearby. Picks up the flag just to make sure that we know now. Intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding.
Yeah, and then, okay. So, yeah, we lose the down. It's going to be second down. 2:09 left to go. 55-41, Carl Junction with the lead. So, 2 out of the 3 games this year and the 2 losses, the Tiger defense has really struggled, giving up a lot of points. Gave up 42 to Branson and then 55 here tonight so far against Carl Junction. Of course, that last touchdown, it's an offensive touchdown, but it was set up by that interception return. Hayes is going to keep it and run forward for about 5 yards, but still going to bring up a third and very long. It was 2nd and 25. So they're still about 10 yards away from the original line of scrimmage.
All Carl Junction's doing is just bringing a guy off the edge as back-to-back plays there. That's something that, as the season goes on, that's going to be a point of hopefully emphasis for the O-linemen to start talking if they see a blitzing person coming off the edge.
5 wide receivers, empty backfield for Hayes. He's going to step up in the pocket. Still under pressure, throws it, and almost picked off again. Intended for Gavin Walker. Cornerback broke it up. And 1:26 left. 4th and 20, and the Tigers, I guess they're going to call a timeout. Let's see. Yep, timeout called by Dustin Baldwin. Is they going to talk things over? 1:26 left to go in the game. 14-point lead for Carl Junction. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust, and with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find...
All right, Tigers will go for it here on 4th and 20. Let's see what tricks they've got up their sleeve. Hayes is just going to throw it long. He's got a man up the middle, and White tipped it and couldn't hang on. He split the double team, and that was a nice pass from Hayes. Oh, we got a flag coming in.
Yeah, it came in late.
It was a really good pass, and there was some contact, but I didn't think they'd call it at that point.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any pass interference. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think there was any pass interference either.
Maybe something unrelated to that.
Against Carl Junction. Of course, it was 4th and 20.
That's what he called, was pass interference.
So first down, automatic for the Tigers. And the drive stays alive with 1:20 left. March it off out near midfield and put the ball at the 48-yard line of Republic.
So it'll be...
Oh, so it's not an automatic first down. I was confused. 4th down and about 5. Much more manageable than 4th and 20.
Right.
Again, 5 wide receivers. And a first down. Complete to Sigmund, stays on his feet, down to the Carl Junction 40 with 1:15 left in the game. And they'll move the chains. Sigmund slow to get up. Now he's on his feet. 1st and 10, Republic. Empty backfield set again for Republic. Over the middle, or no, to the far sideline. There's that depth perception thing again. He hit White along the sideline. We had Sigmund cutting up the middle, and I thought it was going to Sigmund, and it ended up being White who caught it.
Case keeps the drive going, though.
.102 left as he got out of bounds and the clock stops. Hayes looks over the middle, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, and is hit and dropped at about the line of scrimmage. And a timeout called by Dustin Baldwin with 55 seconds left. Timeout on the field and a timeout here as well. 55 seconds remaining, 55-41. Carl Junction with the lead. Back with more after this timeout.
Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Other COC games. Ozark beat Branson 14-13, and Nixa over Willard 10-7. I mean, those scores kind of back up what I think about the COC this year, which is that everybody other than those top-tier teams is pretty much dead even, and anybody can win on any given night. Hayes is going to unleash it and run. He's got running room inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Lucas Hayes. And so the Tigers, with 46 seconds left, get back within 8, 55-47. How crazy would this be if they recover an onside kick? I wonder if Marco Don Juan, I wonder if he's even practiced onside kicks. He's over at soccer practice. Let's see if he can hit this extra point first. Snap's good. Kick is down. Snap is down. Kick is up and good. And with 46.7 left, it is 55-48, and the Tigers are within a touchdown. So we'll see what happens, but crazier things have happened.
Right. We are calling a football game that happens to have a basketball score.
With a soccer player
right.
playing a key role. So, yeah, 55-48. This is if this was a Trevor Fisher coach team back in the day, he would not be very happy with the, with the score. That's high scoring. And so just as I suspected, Marco Don Juan probably has not practiced his onside kicks. And so they're going to send out Andre Northrup to do this. And he gets the big bounce, and it goes right to a Carl Junction player. He got that second bounce, but it didn't go up as high as you would want. So Carl Junction recovers, and that is going to just about do it. That was a good effort by Northrup. I mean, he had the right distance, and he did everything right. And it bounced, but not so high that it let Republic get down there. And so just not a difficult play for Carl Junction to cover it up. Well, this game had a little bit of everything. It just did not have the play that the Tigers needed at the end to get the break. And so the Bulldogs in victory formation will run the clock, and they're going to have to do that. Well, I think they're going to have to do it one more time. Yeah, there's like a 1 second difference between the clocks, and so they'll kneel on it one more time, and that'll do it. And it's going to be a 55-48 win for Carl Junction here at home. It's the first win of the season for Carl Junction after 2 losses to 2 of the best teams in Southwest Missouri. And so they're in the win column, and the Tigers will fall to 1 and 2 as well. Losses to Branson and now to Carl Junction, and a win over Nixa. They down it. Clock runs out, and that's a victory for Carl Junction. Final score 55-48. And we'll be back to wrap up the broadcast after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold medal gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics.
Back at Carl Junction where the Tigers fall. Final score 55-48. And Patterson starting his first game at quarterback, 294 yards passing and 6 touchdown passes. I think nobody's going to be second guessing Coach Buckmaster about putting him in at quarterback as the offense got rolling, and he made things happen, and Carl Junction gets the win. Final thoughts, Rich Miles.
Well, this is definitely a tough game. This is definitely something that, there's pluses, there's minuses. The offense did some good things, bad things. Same thing with the defense. They got some interceptions, some huge tackles, but at the same time, at the end of the day, when you're giving up 55 points, it's going to be difficult for you to win. And, you watch film tomorrow, and you just look into the next game, and you get ready for Joplin. That is next week for homecoming.
And it doesn't get any easier. Joplin, one of those top-tier teams I was talking about, and they'll be coming in, and they've been playing very well early on. A homecoming, but the Tigers will see what they can do against that Eagles offense. Big night for Lucas Hayes. He had over 200 yards rushing, but defense just could not get the stops when they needed him down the stretch, and Carl Junction comes away with a victory, 55-48. For Rich Miles, for Zach White, for Tim Brazil down on the sideline, and for broadcast director Matty Hall, statistician remotely Tim Barnes, I'm David Brazil. Thanks for watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.